Whoa. Straight downhill. Skiing here at Loch Lomond in Thunder Bay. The Scotties. After starting with 2 straight wins, it became concerning for the 4-time champion. Back-to-back losses and then down 7-2 last night. Carrie Einarson was facing adversity again, but the team stayed with it. And we got the win. Yes, they do! What a comeback! It was a memorable come-from-behind win. Einarson now 3-2. At the opposition, it remains tough, and today she'll face Christina Black. Nova Scotia, Manitoba, Einarson. This is the Scotties. And all of it here on day 6, happening at Fort William Gardens, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. Let's get you caught up on what happened this morning, and it was teams from Pool A on the ice, including the defending champion, Team Canada, Rachel Homan, against BC and Corinne Brown, trying to hand Homan her first loss. And gave them a battle, but really in the first you could see that Homan was on her game as she had this draw. That was the single to get her going as she would go on to a 6th straight win. It was Sturmey, a winner over New Brunswick with 3 and 10. Meanwhile, Northern Ontario, Krista McCarville stole 11 of her 15 to beat PEI. And Saskatchewan, they needed to score late. Nancy Martin 3 and 9 to pick up the win. So top of the table, and how big that would have been for Brown if she had won that. Then she would bring Homan back, but now there's 2 games separating Homan from the rest of the field. Now we're going to turn our attention to Pool B. And on this Wednesday afternoon, we say hello again, Canada. Welcome back to Thunder Bay, our continuing coverage of the Scotties. Joe, Russ, we'll hear from Kathy momentarily. So what did you think of this morning? I thought that Homan was pushed, but then again, there she is, top of the table, ho-hum.
And you look at both of those sides, you've got 5 teams in Pool A, 6 teams in Pool B, only 3 advance, and we still don't have a clear indication of who that will be. A lot of round robin left to play here, but only 2 days left.
It's really tight. So now you've got Einarson against Black from Nova Scotia. For Einarson, that win yesterday just may really have turned things around for her.
That has to be one of the best comebacks in Scotties history. 5 down, brink of elimination, to be honest, with some tough games left. Carrie Einarson made 3 shots the last half of the game. They're off the charts. This is the best of all 3. I drew it up with a telestrator, wasn't sure she could score 3. Feather thin, sticks the back one, and somehow saves both red that spilled to the very edge of the sheet. Misses that, the season could be over. What a shot.
Yeah, the telestrator had a printout. Do not try this. And there's the smile that we have not seen in a while. Now, Christina Black is one of those people here that can be like that proverbial little girl with the curl, good and a little bad.
Yeah, and you know, Christina Black, for this event, we have circled as a playoff favorite, but 1 loss to Newfoundland and Labrador. They had to steal the extra end against Northwest Territories' Carrie Galusha. That basement is a little bit concerning. It's a little bit too low. They will need to sort that out coming up against a hot Carrie Einarson.
And remember, now we have basically 2 draws today, 3 to more. We're getting to the end of round robin. As Joe says, it's only 3 teams in each group that advance, and they're all bunched up right now.
We belong and feel like we belong, and it's where we're supposed to be. You know, we're supposed to be playing with the top teams in the world. We know we can play with them, we can beat anyone, and we're just where we're supposed to be.
The field seems to be very familiar from the last few years, and we know that we have to bring our very best game every single game. We're just going to really focus on ourselves and what we can control and go out there and embrace every moment.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand. By Home Hardware, here's how. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
There are 3 other games on the ice, all of them from the B pool. Only team not playing, Brooke, Godsland, Newfoundland, and Labrador winless in 6. With the other games, here's Kathy.
Well, Caitlin Laws at 3-3 is very much in the mix, and since they switched with Selena calling the game, Caitlin throwing, they're much more aggressive and will need to be against an always tough Carrie Galusha. Laurie St. George at 4-2 is very much in the mix. Will want to continue those winning ways. She takes on Yukon's team without Bailey Scoffin this afternoon. And finally, Kate Cameron started so strong last night, but is she over giving up those 5 points and getting that loss? Has a really tough match against Danielle Inglis, who is the front runner in the pool.
Let's meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. It is Carrie Einarson out of the Gimli Curling Club and backed up by Kristen Karwacki, Carly Burgess, and Val Sweeting. Meanwhile, the Nova Scotia champions, who are ranked number 4 in our country from the Halifax Curling Club, with Christina Black, Carly Everest. There's the change. They've been doing this since the start of the season, with Marley Powers coming in to throw the second stone. Jen Baxter will sit, and Jill Brothers at third. You can see the little hammer up beside the red stones belonging to Carrie Einarson. So Einarson, will have last draw. Playing the red, Nova Scotia will play the yellow, as Christina Black is out and has the brush down just outside the edge of the 8. And to get us going on this, the penultimate day of round robin play, the Nova Scotia lead is Carly Everest.
T-line. Me there. No, line's good. Might be a 4.
Both these teams could be
Marley's rock.
accused of being good and bad during the week. Carrie Anderson's last half last night was special, absolutely incredible, off the charts, but obviously a bad start. And then Christina Black stole one against the Territories, or they'd have 2 losses.
Okay, so decent. All right, Kristen. Yeah, it's good speed. Let's make this. They're good. Mine's good. I didn't think it was a lot. Top 4. Mine's good. Light. We got room. Close. I think we're not bad. A little bit of got room. Clean. I can go late on this. Clean. Curl if you can. Easy, Carl. Lots of line. Curl if you can. Yeah, go ahead, Val. Nice. Good touch. Good touch, Val.
Time for keys to the game. Let's start with Nova Scotia.
Yeah, in their close game last night, there just seemed to be a few misses that were on the heavy side. And out of the hand, the sweepers can't do anything to help that. So use your sweepers, especially on those finesse weights. Throw a little light. They can manage that speed and kill the momentum. They have to know what happened yesterday in Carrie Einarson's game. You want to try to keep it maybe a little bit simpler till your legs are under you if you're Nova Scotia.
Okay, line's good. Can't really hurt it now. Straight. Straight. Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Do you think that first stone from Nova Scotia was intended to be in? Let's take a look at the keys first.
Well, for Carrie Einarson, the second has to be first. Carly Burgess has got such an upside in this sport. She's one of the future stars in this game. Only 75% on her outturn draws. That has to be fixed to win this game and carry on. I've talked about it a couple times. The skipper's feeling it right now. So just more of the same.
Really? Carry on? Couldn't do better than that. Keys to the game are brought to you by Scotties facial tissue. Haven't heard that before. Unleash the Scotties.
Easy.
Really? Yeah. Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you get a chance to take the day
Come
off.
on.
You have to work at it still. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
That's good. Poppy. Give us something to work with.
Talk about
Give it a 30. Yeah.
maybe seeing Nova Scotia play a little bit simpler to start. Now, this isn't Christina Black's DNA by any means. She likes to put lots of rocks in play, force the issue in the middle, and it's Jill Brothers that will often be the person that'll simplify or maybe suggest simplifying if that's an option.
6. Easy then. 6.
You have to think with the second position alternating Marley Powers in today, I kind of thought they might be a little more simple to start just to make sure everyone's got their feet under them, feeling good after last night, which was a bit of a wild ride.
And the way Manitoba finished last night, they were on fire.
Well, there's also, I mean, there's two ways of looking at it, right? If you're Einarson and you're coming off that good game, wouldn't you want to just go? Let's go, girls. We feel really good about ourselves. We're not going to wait. Let's try it. By the same token, you want to get your feet under you. Listen, let's get right now to it and be tested. And maybe she's managing it too. Maybe she saw last night a wild ride that Black had, and she's ready to test her.
Well, and if I may, because I watched that Nova Scotia game last night, the challenge was draw weight for Christina Black was very heavy a number of times. And so what will be really important in this, if Carey's going to reduce the scoring zone, is that Christina makes a draw early.
Okay, so wanting to put her under pressure right away. So Carly Burgess crashes on that guard. 5 rock rule, 10 ends, 38 minutes, thinking time. 1 60-second timeout, and of course the no-tick rule. Guard on the center line.
Just brilliant freezes here.
I got here more.
And honestly, we've talked about this many times. I like that idea. I like you look at your opposition and say, you know what? As Kathy says, maybe the skip is struggling with her draw weight. We're going to force her right now. Particularly, Joe, to do it early in a game.
Yeah, exactly. And especially early in a game, that's when it can be hard to make those precision shots. You haven't had a practice one under your belt, force someone into a new spot.
Yeah, speed was great. It's less ice. Same weight! Lean! Same weight!
Carly's first ran really straight in this spot. It surprised everyone.
Yeah, she didn't throw very hard.
Hard. Roll it, Kristen. Good.
Oh, nice throw.
7-3.
So it hangs around T-line.
Yeah. Nice.
12 foot.
Straight. It's not like yesterday. The first. Okay.
I know one out here, and it was just like steady.
Yeah, it'll be her first.
The red that's sandwiched between the two yellows is going towards this one that Christina Black's asked to be removed. So if Jill hits it dead on, it could hurt Nova Scotia, stopping a red from going out of play.
In her first season with the Black team last year with Heather Smith, they went 3-5. She threw the 4th stones. That was in Calgary, of course.
9-5. Just blow it. Ooh, that's a little all or nothing. This one should go. This one will stay. It's a little all or nothing, but
Tap?
what else do you see? Just rearrange them.
Yeah, like I don't mind that. Like bump, get some separation
Yeah,
or something.
like rearrange and roll this way.
Carey,
or the other
in
way.
my opinion, we've been lucky enough to watch this team for quite a while. She defaults to the full weight hit option. She looks at that first. Not that it's wrong, especially the way she throws it. But then now they've elected to rearrange the furniture here a little bit. I think that's a little smarter in this case.
Yeah, there's 3 in a row there, and the way that they're angled, you have to throw this pretty hard to release everything. And I don't think they want to still sit shot after this.
And save this rock.
Yeah, if you hit it too hard and you're no longer shot, Christina could cap it and then a steal's in play.
Coming off.
Burgess, Harwacki on this
Really hard.
first stone from Val Sweeting. And
Okay. Didn't do anything.
yeah, the furniture not
No.
really moved.
No, it actually moved the furniture in the wrong spot, because now the red at the top 4, Vic, will now go out, and so will the shot rock, obviously.
Yeah, I can see.
Is the red going to jam on the side yellow, though?
Not now, I don't think. I think the yellow went far enough left. On the left-hand one, you mean? Yeah. I think the red clears. But it wouldn't have if they hadn't rearranged the furniture.
Should run pretty straight, I think, eh?
Yeah, it should go underneath.
Try a nose. Okay.
So you hit it dead on red, yellow. The 2 reds will fly, and the yellow will be shot rock buried probably.
I'm thinking
Boy, that didn't work at all.
Should be real straight. Okay. Right at her.
It's tough on those little soft ones because you're 146 feet away, saying you hit 2/3 and bump it a foot.
just the way they're lined up, I didn't think anything was springing out to be unlocked.
Jill Brothers. Everest. Bang, bang. And look at that.
Great throw. Nice shot, buddy. That curled up a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Good throw. Yeah, I thought it was, I didn't want to set it, obviously.
No, you didn't. You were just straight.
Yeah, I thought it was
What a
straight.
week for Jill, 85%.
I felt we had
For
to
the
make
week.
that because if we just guard,
She
they
said
might
to me.
draw. If we try to draw, we might leave a double, and they like.
I said, how are you enjoying it? She says, I couldn't believe I'm playing with somebody who loves the sport more than me. It's just, and that is Christina. She studies it, looks at the history of it, tendencies, knows it inside out. That's got to come up. That's got to get better.
Straight, hard.
Scoring 2 or more with last rock. Here we go. 1, 2, and back it up. Touch 3. And will she spill 3?
Keep going.
One more turn. And it will just hang on back edge of the 12.
Some really, really nice curling here. A series of freezes, the bump shot,
Straight, hard.
quadruple raise, triple.
Good.
We're looking at a great, consistent piece of ice here.
Neither of us said curl either, so we didn't.
No.
I just wanted it to settle.
Yeah.
Because it's,
But it's not going to leave us anything. If we overcurl the hair and she makes that, then we're kind of pooched.
Right.
It's really precise.
What do you do with those red ones? That's tough.
And then they run the yellow in.
They're at least
and they're
running
only
yellow.
running yellow in. And then I'll have a draw around everything. Yeah. Okay, so center line.
Speed's nice.
Center line guard.
Yeah. Split center halfway.
Yeah, halfway.
Because
Yeah.
she might double peel too.
Yeah, or like 2.5. Probably right there, Jill.
Okay.
They really felt that this team, Jill said that they thought they had instant chemistry.
It's a center line guard.
They went to Moncton once before going to the Shorty Jenkins event, first of the season, and odd that they would only qualify 7 teams, but they were the 8th team. She said, we really thought that we had something early. So. And it shows here. Look at their ranking. They're number 4 in the country.
That's impressive, you know, coming from the East. They played 8 events, won 5 of them, Vic.
That's their career best season for Christina Black.
Yeah, Christina credits that to all 4 of them living, all 5 of them rather, living in the Halifax area. They were able to train in the off-season together, so by the time they stepped on the ice, they'd already spent a lot of time incorporating Jill into the mix. That team dynamics is so crucial.
Yeah, 3 times minimum they're on the ice as a team a week. And she's now the 3rd player that said that to me this week, that she really thinks the tendency is going to go back to more centralized teams.
Okay, I think right on the, just get to the inside of here. Yeah.
The difficulty is, Joe, you know, is finding those 4 or 3 or 4 players who want to make that and dedication to it, right?
Yeah, the commitment required in this day and age of curling is really huge. So you need that commitment, you need the chemistry, and you need the talent.
Well, Jill's daughters now
Okay,
are
let's make this. Kind of speed.
6, and has got a son 9, and they've just started curling. So
Shouldn't do much here. I like a minimum ice because we can hit it on the low
Yellow,
side.
red, yellow.
I like
Try
this.
to maybe hit it roughly where the broom is. Where Val's broom is, gets the red at about 1 o'clock. You're sitting 2 buried.
Hard. Push it back. Hard. Push it back. Push. Hard. Hard. You're really close. Hard. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Carrie's going to miss one. It's on the intern side. It seems to be narrow.
Yeah, it would have been a fresh
You just don't
spot
want to
in
leave
the
it double,
ice.
so you don't want to come
But the
around
call was
it
hard
and
out of the
shoot
hand, so
even
tend to think maybe a little narrow.
Yeah, even here.
Yeah. Like play it safe. Just be second shot in the back.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you don't want to leave her the same shot twice if you're Christina Black. So could guard again, but you know she's playing the shot for 2.
all right, so there's. They said, don't go, Russ, to the back. Try to hide it in behind. They just, as she said, let's be second shot out here on the edge, in the open almost. Why not? Why not hide it?
I think what they were saying is normally you train to put it in front of the button where that one is, and then you might set up a double or a raised double. I think they're saying when they say play it safe, get some separation. Even if it's back 8 foot, it's less chance of a steal of 2, but certainly a good chance to force or steal 1.
Okay, but make sure you're behind the tee.
So many times an end's ruined here. This top 4 open, then there's a double for 3.
And you want to be deep enough that you don't let Carrie Einarson come down to it to be shot. You want her to have to play a cold draw.
You got hit a bit, I think. 7. Back. We need more than 7. Back 4, Becky. Back 4. Easy. Looks good. Line's good. Line's great. Go ahead. 7 still.
So here's the worry, Vic. If this stops wide open in front of the other yellow, it's a problem.
6. Don't step
Powers right, Everest left.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We're top 8.
No. Let it bite. Let it bite. Okay.
I had 30. Yeah,
That
that
died.
makes sense.
Now there's a
At
double
least the
for
double rolls out.
I know.
For 2.
Like,
I threw quite a bit.
it was just a little wider, maybe?
It was just wider. Like I said, it was wider.
Yeah.
Can you angle double? Can you hold the shooter here, or is it not possible?
No, and to try to hold the shooter, you'd have to throw like a half
like
weight,
this
and then
should
you
be straight.
run the risk of not making the double.
Mine it was straight.
So you
out.
saw
It wasn't that
earlier,
far out, but-
prior to the first stone from Carrie Einarson, she's now ranked number 3 when it comes to skips. Prior to that game last night, that comeback, she was ranked number 7. So that's how much her game improved just overnight in terms of ranking.
Yeah.
You got it, Carrie.
I think
Let's go.
at the start of the week,
Again.
guys, was pretty tricky, and it's just hard to sit in the hack when you're Carrie Einarson, you're playing shots
Go
like
after it,
this
let's go.
and be that confident. But boy, it was back last night.
Yep.
Final stone, Carrie Einarson, team ranked number 2 in the country behind Rachel Holman. Really, if you have a chance for 2 here, you got it? No, she'll drive it by. And so that one, the top 4, belonging to Nova Scotia, will go on the board. It's a steal of 1 here in the first. Wednesday afternoon here in Thunder Bay, our coverage of the Scotties, the Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship continues. The push for the playoffs is on now, and these are 2 teams certainly in the mix for the 3 spots that will come out of this pool, B pool. Christina Black and her team from the Halifax Curling Club with a steal of 1 in the first. It means that Carrie Einarson of Gimli, Manitoba, will once again have last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Red Stones here in 2. What was it about that throw of Einarson's, Joe?
Well, both precision hits. You don't like leaving either one of those for Carrie Einarson on a normal day, and both out of the hand. The call was hard, so either the broom was too narrow or the throw was too tight.
How much? Like a third.
Both tough shots, but
Yeah. Guard that.
that's a big steal. And you look at these 2 teams, both 84%, both skips identical, both thirds identical, the front ends added together identical.
And you think about momentum, you make one or the other of those if you're Carrie Einarson and things are feeling great, but it's got to feel like a bit of a grind when those shots aren't automatic.
Just the 1.
You know, credit to Christina Black from Nova Scotia. Scary game. I watched her media afterwards. She said she wanted to throw up in the 10th end when Carrie Galusha had her shot for the win, because they have a lot of tough games to go in the short round robin. And I thought she'd be a little bit more tentative to start the game, and she put that centerline guard up. They locked on their freezes. They put a lot of pressure on Team Einarson.
Great sweep. It needed it early.
Chase that.
I don't hate the guards either, but
I don't need either.
how much do you have of that?
Like a feather. It's either that or you play this. Okay. I think you can chase it here. It should curl. I like that. Hack.
Kind of wait.
You have to,
Hack?
Yeah.
for the skipper, you have to decide if there's enough curl to make this a makeable shot. Like, all of them are some type of percentage. Carly's very good at getting the speed right on these hack waders, but it's overburied.
This is the side of the sheet that curls more. We're tilted towards those boards that screen on the left-hand side of our screen.
Just brilliant weight control.
To sit 2. As we say, we're getting down now to where you're really watching the results. So Einarson comes in at 3-2 and now playing black. And then has Ontario and Laws to finish. Nova Scotia, black is at 4-1. Einarson now, St. George and Cameron. So both teams with difficult finishes against teams that are expected to challenge. And the key here is no tie-breaking games. The first deciding factor, if you're tied, will be your head-to-head record. So all these games so important.
7, top 4. Easy. 7, 6. Mine's good. Go back.
Look what Carly did there. She did not get the enemy rock out of play, but with hammer, you're sitting 2. If you do get into trouble, Carrie still got that last shot, and you've forced Nova Scotia some difficulty here.
Okay, that's fine.
Marley Powers wraps one around and just comes up shy of gluing it to the corner.
Ever do the guards now? Okay. I like the peel. Yeah. Do you ever do the guards? Yeah? Kind of, yeah. The only thing is they have that. Yeah, I was thinking the high one, but. Like if we rip the high one, they're probably doing this. Okay? Hey?
The tight one kind of hurting us more.
The tight one opens
What
up
do you
the
like?
middle, though.
What do you like, Val?
I was seeing a peel, but I think we ripped the high one. This one? Can I go after both? You can go after both, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little dangerous, though. There's a lot of separation. You leave the middle one. That's, I think, the more dangerous one.
Lots to jam on, too.
Right.
Could run this on to the Einarson rock on the wing.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Carly Burgess back off.
No.
Going through, and there you go. They've killed their own.
That long one wasn't hurting you.
Kathy, what's going on?
Well, Carrie Galusha forced in the first end, facing 2, hit and stuck for 1. Quebec now up 2-0. Bailey Scoffin not on the ice, not in the building today, and so it is Raylan Helston skipping the Yukon team, and a wide open end for Manitoba and Ontario.
You want to get it out of the range, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is a tough shot. Second end, the houses are usually a little bit dead until they get worn in. The throw is pretty hard to remove the red from play. They can't get to the nose of it with that freeze in the way.
Yeah, Carly's didn't move much, and she didn't even bump it out.
Go. Right out. That's good.
Not quite. Still hanging on. It is the 4th shot at the moment. So.
Darn, sorry.
A lot of work to bring it into play.
You were yelling off.
No kidding.
Okay. Yeah.
So good. I just gotta keep her head up.
Was the weight okay?
I'm sure you're saying yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Hard. Push it back. Keep going. Push it back. Yep. Roll it. Roll it over. Okay, that works.
I thought your weight was good.
Never turn around. After Carly made that tap, Einarson was sitting 2 buried.
This rock to guard?
I know. It's weird, but
Not anymore.
this piece right here.
Okay.
40?
Yeah, I think so.
35, 40, yeah.
Chill Brothers.
No
Halfway!
0 probably go with it, Carly.
Halfway! Just halfway! Yep.
Weight's good, 2.5.
Whoa!
2.5.
Whoa! 2! Yep, distance! Whoa! Yep, curl a little. Good.
Nice. Great judge, guys.
Really good. Well done.
I had 20, but
All right, you can try that again.
This is a big game to say the very least. Just look at the records here. You know, you go to 5 or you drop a third if you're Cameron. Let's get an update now after they blanked the first.
Well, you can see that it is Kate Cameron on the lid. Second shot stone is Ontario. That's Danielle Inglis. On her final stone, Danielle guarded the other side to prevent Kate from making a little tap. So Kate's going way outside, just trying to clip her own and move the yellow stone. If she moves it about a couple of centimeters, it would be for 2. But this is skating.
And so it will be just that one. One there for Cameron. So as much as we have talked about the comeback win yesterday for Einarson, it's also Cameron trying to shake off the fact that she was up 7-2 and collapsed with Einarson. So trying to park that today.
Tough result for Val Sweeting on our sheet. She was playing the center line peel into the yellow that was on the wing, and it hit it and rolled to the top of the button.
Right. Try and connect here.
Unbelievable.
They talked briefly about switching gears and just having Val play the come around. I thought they might, but not a bad call to play the peel and try to make sure you've got the forefoot open for Carey. Big trouble now.
Might have been trying to bring in that nibbler, but now you're right. And Nova Scotia's played this a lot. They know exactly what this guard will do.
Nova Scotia sitting the 3 without last rock. Skip Stone's here in the second.
Line's good. Close. Little bit for line. Okay. Line's good. Little bit for line. Whoa. Easy. Whoa. Might be over curling. Might be over curling a hair. Whoa. 3. Whoa. 3. Whoa. Sit. Weight's good. 3. Just won't stop curling. Okay. Kick. Good. Yeah, I just like curled a ton at the end. Okay. Do I just have to hit it early next time, I guess?
I just don't know if I can kill it, but at least, does she ever do this then? Or do we just slam it?
Don't like hitting the top yellow.
Even if I do this, she wraps again, and then it's in the...
She sinks the second one. You could go after the shot rock, or the safest call would be to freeze on the shot rock.
Just make contact.
It eliminates a lot of yellow.
Don't think this should do anything.
No.
This is the best result if you can connect and don't even have to remove all the yellows. Just try to open up the forefoot.
And they're kind of lined up that you might
Like you can. They're good.
be able to remove them all.
You got it.
Just have not seen this team connect yet this game on these run backs.
There's so much separation for all 4 of these. 1/8 of an inch off, you might only get 1 or 2. If it was me, I'd love to get that one off the forefoot.
Einarson first, and they are in trouble here as we play in the second. Nothing yet from Karwacki. Here we go. What are you going to hit? 1, and that's all as she just drives it by.
So again, Vic, maybe a freeze top 8. Nova Scotia has to guard it, and the worst you're going to give up is a single. Now you're drawing against 3.
But I think
where do you draw?
But I think you can be like in front of this one.
In that line, yeah.
Yeah, just
touch
give me
center, right?
Where was I there?
Freeze is tough too, though. I mean, coming around a rock in the 8-foot.
I'll just slide forward and give it.
You've got to pinch
Just have to beat out those other 2. What's the point? Same thing? A little wider, maybe?
I think so. There's no way in on the left-hand side of the sheet for Carey Einarson.
So then I can just give you even more
I don't think she can thread the needle and just miss the outside reds without crashing on the top
Can throw similar though.
yellow.
that back guy.
That'll just force Carey Einarson to draw and concede 1.
Line 2. 2.5. Yeah, go a bit. Weight's good. Okay, whoa.
Yeah, they've been on a run. As I say, this is the career best season for Christina Black.
Line's really good. No, really tight. 4. No.
Trying to win Nova Scotia's first national championship since Colleen Jones back in 2001. Many people think that this is their best opportunity.
Over curled a little there. Wanted to take away the intern side.
But they're just curling so much slower.
A little more to the right, it would have forced Carey Einarson to go wider than the draws that we've seen, and we know that those fresh paths can be a little bit of a guess.
I can't believe that
Yeah,
really
they said it.
curls.
I heard them correctly. They wanted to cover the shot
So
stone.
that it's not doing
But
that.
at first they thought it was light.
I mean, you did your job. It's still 4s.
Yeah, that's close. I like that.
They do make that switch, though. You see, I mean, they've done that. Powers coming in, Baxter sitting, and then maybe there was a little confusion there between the brushers on where that stone was. Final rock, though. Einarson's draws have been on the mark. Shot stone is just top button. It's going to be a good carry here for Karwacki and Burgess. How are you going to have enough here just to tap it enough? Got to get it there first. Even just to cut them down, you're going to have enough to move it far enough? No. It will be a steal of 1, but you have to consider that a small victory. Facing 3 gives up another steal. 2-0 Nova Scotia. It's the Canadian Women's Curling Championship, the 65th edition, and it's the Scotties Tournament of Hearts from Thunder Bay. Wednesday afternoon. It all started, of course, last Friday night. Our featured game, teams from Pool B. Carrie Einarson, the 4-time champion, ranked number 2 in our country, against Christina Blank, Nova Scotia, from Halifax, number 4 in Canada. And it is early advantage to Black. Steal 1, steal another, up 2-0. So once again here in the third, it is Einarson and the team from Gimli with Last Rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstone.
That end went south early for Einarson. They decided with Carly to peel a long one, hoping to make a long double peel. Jammed it. The one that was hurting them was the tight guard. And
Keep going.
Carrie actually made a wonderful shot to give up the steal.
You still got it. Good sweep, Val. Good pressure out. Like a third. Like 1,000%.
Okay, so they can see something on that wide intern side. Whoops, it is.
Classic Christina. She just wants to get Miss Play of the Day again. Yeah. Just tweener. Tweener, okay. Speed should be fine here. Before? This was a 14-8 draw, so just a hair more. Yeah, I like a 4, yeah. Do you like 4, Joe? I like a good 4. Okay.
Tweener. What do you think that weight is, Russ?
Between something
Backline
and
and
something.
hack?
Yeah.
That would be a good weight for this call.
Yeah.
Between backline and hack.
I got big! 4! Yep. Hard! Hard, you gotta go. You really gotta hold it.
Gill Brothers.
Whoa! Yep.
Now get it by this guard, have you? Has now. One more lick. And here we go. And they'll enough to push it through.
Classic. Shocked her. Attack, yeah. Got it.
Einarson and the team looking for a little spark here. Just a little flat. Carly Burgess.
As we saw last night, it doesn't take a lot for this team. They just gotta make a few. Start to build that momentum.
Yep, keep
Just
going.
need a few good shots.
12-5 now. Lean. Curl. Lean, yep. Yeah. Whoa, curl. Good breath.
Yeah, should have got a little bit of roll to the outside. A little more under that corner.
A little less, but quarter.
Yeah, so it just took a little.
They should run a bit better.
It's not quite as good a look.
No, it's going to be tough to get it with the tweener here.
Pretty gradual in this spot.
Paralyzed.
Top it.
Whoa. Hack.
Felt like more.
Whoa.
She said she softed it, so it should have a little more movement.
Curl.
Marley Powers, this time it's Everest trying to help it over.
Keep going.
Got it.
Right out.
And yes, so the tweezer picks it out.
Really good, whatever it was the appropriate weight for both. That was tough to dig that thing out of there.
Yeah, sometimes when the same shot is played on the same line, it gets a little bit straighter, kind of turns into a bit of a gutter. So any overthrow there would have been a disaster.
Back 12. Girl. Whoa, straight. Hard.
Boy, it's
Hard.
barely took back 12.
Hard. Keep going, keep going.
Oh, and got
Nice
the
shot.
flip too. Look at that. Just a little
Good job.
turn towards the center line as we get our first look at Laurie St. Georges from Quebec and playing against the Yukon, and as you mentioned, without Bailey Scoffin.
Well, Raylan Helston is moved up from the second to the skip today. Made a great double on her first, but left Quebec lying one. Laurie St. Georges tried to freeze in, but over curled and is light. This is the attempted go through the port, just tap back the Quebec stone at the back of the forefoot for two.
Now, Helston and Scoffin, one juniors together. They play at the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. They are national silver medalists together.
Touch it.
And we'll touch it just slightly and then drift on by. So it's a steal of one for Quebec.
I thought about it after. I was like, oh.
The longtime teammates, Helston takes over skipping.
Back 4. T-line.
Curl, straight. Straight. Hard. 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 Whoa.
Whoa. Nice shot.
Just gotta be
Boy,
patient. Yeah.
constant pressure from Nova Scotia.
Oh, wait.
Carly Burgess did what she did last end. She threw it so soft, didn't get the enemy rock out, but allowed to get buried.
Really nice.
Great shot.
And now there's another buried one.
That's the way we drew it up.
Really?
Finish.
Look at that finish. They were calling back 4 at the halfway guard point. I'm wondering if it just grabbed some fresh pebble and slowed down there. Don't often see a rock that covered behind a rock top 8.
It's perfect.
Val Sweeting as we drop in on Manitoba and Ontario. Manitoba scoring 1 in the second.
Well, both of those red stones are Kate Cameron's, heavy both times. Had nothing in the house. She went around deep. Danielle came on top, and she tried to freeze on her final, but went to the same spot, back 4. So this is a draw for 2, and she certainly has back.
Come on, you got it.
A year ago, they were 3 and 5, and now 4 and 1 this year.
15.
And that will be for 2. And one of the better teams at converting with last rock at 45% conversion rate, 2 or more with last rock. So that's number 3 in the field, and that goes a long way to success.
Yeah. 10-5. 10-5. Okay. So it just runs easy here?
Yeah, it should finish at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think bringing Jill onto this team's made such a difference. Not only is she curling 85%, but she loves to hit. She's good at it. And I think with Christina Black's game plan of rocks all over the place.
As she said, it's the yin to the yang. One very aggressive, one a little defensive, and it's working out.
Whoa. No. Good.
Look at that.
Really nice.
That's
10-2.
perfect.
Good call on the way. I just didn't really want to know. Great weight
Yeah, you know, if Christina's for the most part going to apply pressure with her style, but if you do get into trouble, you need somebody like Jill to bail them out.
And the thing is, as she said, she will not say anything. It's Black's team, it's Black's game plan, only if she really feels extremely contrary that she'll speak up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's all about Christina.
Now they're third consecutive, and Einarson's under a bit of pressure here.
Trying to make some things disappear, and that one will hang around on the edge. Looks a little bit better. Second shot now belonging to Einarson.
Nice throw. You were, yeah, and you weren't like max weight, so it's even less. Yeah. Do you ever like that? Just.
Not really, because if I bounce off, it's no good.
Crap, yeah.
I'd rather just come out here.
Okay.
It's a very tough
like
draw
right
on the
there.
intern side.
How do we get there?
Just guard this twice, they're in pretty good shape.
Okay, it's
out here.
Okay, it's not been played, so we need that.
I could take the other turn, but I don't really know.
We don't know that
one
really,
either.
do we?
So I think this is better.
Yeah.
Guess.
Okay, we need that nice throw.
Yeah.
Almost edge of 12. That's the widest we've seen it to get to the middle.
Yeah, this is the side that will curl more. Tilted towards that farm save on the right-hand side.
You know, well, obviously guarding
So we need to.
This is the first step we've been, right?
Dropping in on Manitoba Laws against the Territories and Kerry Galusha, who does have last rock. I only saw 2 stones at the bumper.
Well, no, it has been a full court press in this game. Talking about Selena calling the game is very comfortable with rocks. Caitlin much more conservative. Kerry already line shot. Caitlin was light on her first and light on her second. And so there's a path to the 4-foot, but needs 4-foot.
Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You're not even close.
And they'll give up on this. And one red, one at the back edge of the button, belongs to Territories to even it up.
Curl a bit. Whoa. It's on its own. It's on its own.
Whoa, it's good.
Real nice.
Nice shot. Good call,
Good
Joe.
call, guys.
Hard to judge that. I thought for a minute it was coming down.
Out of 20?
I'm like, I think it should slow down.
I called everything
Nice
from
shot.
2.5 to 4.
Yeah, we have that too.
Is there a path on the intern side, considering that red guard?
I think so. This is the straighter side. I think if you just get by that corner guard, it shouldn't over curl. Like, the concern would be that it would curl up towards the face of the red one, but I think it's pretty gradual here. They should be able to get by, but it's very precise.
The next problem is there's very little real estate to land it on once you do get through there.
Yeah, anything heavy is a pocket for Christina Black to follow down.
And I know they.
What do you think for speed here?
I think like 7.
Yeah. Okay. We haven't played it though.
Yeah, I think you can get away with a 4.5.
4.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got to be pretty close out of your hand on these. Because if the sweepers have to hit it early, they can really straighten out the line.
I know you see a lot of these at this level, but that guard in your eye
Yes.
is there.
Yeah. It's Val Sweeting's broom is outside that guard, so it's in your peripheral all the way down. Like right now, it's nosing that red guard, and it's tough to yell sweep.
Okay, we're there, T. Hard. I don't want to go. Line only, back 8.
Okay.
Back 8.
Whoa. Split ours.
Never flirted with either of them. Now they'll get a little bit of a rub off their own.
Okay.
Spin to the back 4. Shot rock still belongs to Nova
I
Scotia.
think that was the right call, right?
We're 14. That really curls. Because if I hit, I'm leaving probably a double.
Yeah, double for 2.
Yeah, so I think draw in there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't play the hit on that, Joe, and to flop over?
You could. I think if you flop over,
I
there's
have
no
to throw the other turn.
double.
No,
It's just
you're
if
right.
you nose it, even then, it's. I wouldn't see a double for 2, that's for sure.
I don't know if she'd take that on or she'd just draw.
Yeah. Let's try the hit because I'm just not super confident on this path to
track?
get by that
Okay.
guard.
Do
Yeah.
you want to try to get under, or are you?
I want to try and get under. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to, just try and flip pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't like leaving
What kind of speed
2
do I
Einarson
have?
rocks in the 4-foot if I'm Christina Black. I think I like this call, Russ.
Yeah, I do too. I absolutely do too. But when you come down here, remove it. You kick over to here. If you actually move that yellow to here, then it's going to be a tap like that for 2 because you've moved the
What'd you say? I thought about
this
it, but
yellow.
I'm
Whoops,
just
sorry.
not confident
You
on
moved the
it.
yellow back so far that the red up here ended up going on the scoreboard.
That's why I just wanted to make
So
sure.
you can only tap that
Yeah,
buried
no,
one,
we
what?
did.
4 inches. It's a tough, again, no real estate. You don't want to nose it, and you don't want to roll too far.
Yeah, roll on there.
If you could ever roll like frozen,
I don't think the nose is terrible, though. Like, to make a double, you'd be hitting it high side and rolling out.
unless you can get to the inside. There's not a lot of space either way here.
Final still Nova Scotia.
I got
And
10-5.
Christina Black.
Whoa, heavy.
Whoa.
Heavy.
10, 10, 2.
Curl. French.
Curl big.
Curl big.
Curl.
Curl big.
Turn.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Can I get across? No,
Okay,
right
great.
on
That's
the
pretty good,
nose.
Tina.
It's really, she can't get the double, so
No, I think you can. It's just with a
But I
back
think it
12-foot
just-
weight kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it's for 2.
Okay.
I'm heavy. First hit,
Yeah, she would have been able to carve that 11.
a less, definitely.
I think you need like a bump to, because it's so dead.
Yeah. bumper, but if I won't.
Just need to get a bit of curl past the guard. I think
Yeah.
this is there for 2, Russ.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay.
But certainly not a gimme. The dead on, it's a steal. Tough to roll across the top of it. So if you could be maybe a hackish somewhere in there. But you have to get tight to that guard, eh?
Yeah.
Like that, she never got that pass.
This is the straighter side of the sheet, too.
Yeah. Val has to be very careful not to let this wreck. If you get by, it's a steal of 1, you're still alive. Yeah, it's really soft weight required to get the deuce.
No. Heavy. Whoa.
That'll never curl enough if it for the deuce.
Final stone. Right now it's Nova Scotia sitting 2, Karwacki. Burgess. Now Karwacki trying to hold. Oh, they got it by. Flipping inside. Touch them both. Don't spin. Oh, and they did. It spun away.
Oh, we're playing the double.
Black with a steal of 1 more. Leaving Einarson blue. So you go through there. Well, you don't hit that. That's the lighthouse. You look at the lighthouse, but you go left and then over a bit. And you're into the harbor here in Thunder Bay. A little frozen over right now, but by March, the icebreakers will be out and they'll have their first ships arriving. Last one just left last month, in January. So as we say, we have today, this afternoon, tonight, 3 draws tomorrow, and in Pool A, Rachel Holman, reigning champion, top of the table, she's in. Remember now, only 3 will come off of each group, and then the first determining factor will be head-to-head record. I would go down to, there's even a chance that Krista McCarville, with the right combinations, may find herself in a situation where she could get in. Now, if head-to-head doesn't make it on Pool B, I would go down to Laws. Now, Galusha could play spoiler. If your head-to-head record doesn't determine it, those are the numbers for last rock draw. So you would say if there's multiple teams tied and they've all beaten each other, then you go to the last rock draw. But I think it's fair to say 5 in A, 6 teams in B are still alive. But as we said there, Holman's already qualified, so just 2 spots available. And Nova Scotia now up by 3, and all that good feeling for Einarson after yesterday's comeback is slipping away here early on this Wednesday afternoon. And once again, Manitoba and Einarson will have last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Redstones.
It's quite the sport, isn't it? We talked all the way home last night about how great Carrie Einarson was. Certainly in the last half of the game, just absolutely special. Today, 25%.
They felt early in the week, Joe, that they weren't getting the breaks. You know, that old wrong side of the inch. And last night they were. Are they not getting the breaks here, or are they just not making the shots?
It's a little bit of a combination. You know, they've had a lot of their run back attempts. They've had quite a few jam and spills, and you can call that breaks, or you can call that either the broom was in the wrong spot or the throw didn't work. That last one of Carrie's was just a slight mismanage at the end. Val called the audible and just wanted to hit it nose and flop in to get 1 because it looked like it wasn't curling. Of course, curled like crazy past the hog line, and if they would have carved it, made it curl more, they would have made the double for 2 instead. There goes the steal of 1 another and a 3-point deficit. So that's just a little error, but they're just, when you pile them all together, it's a tough week.
Speaking of error.
Good throw. I should have swapped and just hit it into the top one.
Wow. Look at this. Really, it's easy from up here, but you've got, if you're going to miss those, you've got to miss it on the center line side. Kick it towards the boards.
So this is where, if you're Einarson and
Hit it early.
this team,
Jab,
you're getting
jab,
a
jab.
break.
Okay.
Make the most of it. You're down by 3.
Top 12. Line's a
And
little
at the
tight.
moment,
Top 8.
sitting 3 as we play second stones.
Where are you? Top 12. Whoa. Top 8. Sliding.
Oh, no.
All right, Kathy, 2-1, Ontario leading Kate Cameron.
Well, and very similar to the situation on the sheet that you folks are covering. Kate Cameron went around, was buried. Danielle was trying to throw about a hack weight at it. It over curled, and she raised the Kate Cameron corner guard into the house for the second point. And so now this is a draw for 3 for Kate, looking for full 8-foot.
You can go.
Number 6 in our country is this Manitoba championship team from the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Line's great.
In an 8th appearance.
Line's great. It's good. Line's great.
Last year, the bronze medalist in Calgary.
Very nice. 5-1. Good judge. Wow, that was fast there.
And that will be for 3. So just like that.
Good judge, you guys. It's fast there. 5-1.
That's what we were thinking. We were thinking 4-8-15. So.
With so many rocks in play with the 5 rock rule, it just things can switch so quickly. Look at this end. Jill nearly came back with a triple there.
I got top 4. Move your little heavy though. Top 8. Line's good. A little. Top 8. Little for line. Yep. Top 8. Yeah, for line. Yep. Top 4. Whoa. Nice straight. Top 4. Whoa. Whoa. Unless just you here. Stay on ours. No. Sit. No.
Good judge, guys.
That works.
Good throw.
And there's a double there on those 2 now. Yeah. And you can flop under a hair maybe. Freeze, or can you make this double? It's edge.
Whoa.
It's like.
Did I hear the word freeze?
You have to close it basically.
3 up.
Yeah, it's tight. What would you rather? What's she saying? Like I think like 10, 9, 8. I think that's what she said. Even if you get that one and roll a hair. Yeah, even if you just kill one of them. Yeah. And you stay there. Yeah. That's good, yeah. How much then? 10-5 maybe?
10-5 won't kill them.
Can you throw 10-5?
I need more weight. Kill them.
Okay. 10 then? What? 10? Yep. Okay. Okay.
Really good to decide how much speed you really need to do what you're trying to do here. You don't want to throw it really hard because of the guard, but you have to.
She's been really good so far, throwing a 96% game.
Go.
Keep going.
And not quite enough to get them both. Shot rock still belongs to Einarson. Partly covered. Sitting top 4.
Kicked it far enough to be 3rd, though. Pretty good.
Break the double. But we might leave it double back. She might honestly guard too. I like that.
I like that
too.
I think so.
Throw a bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like bumper. Okay, you got it. You got Val, go after it. Whoa!
11-5. Easy.
Val Sweeting.
Easy.
11-5. 8. Yep. Hair down. Yeah.
Burgess has picked her up. Karwacki joins her.
Whoa. Curl. Straight. Whoa. Curl.
And was looking to make the roll to the outside and groups them now top 4.
12.
Oh, okay. What else do you have?
That works, Val.
Some ice flew out somewhere.
12?
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Good. Thank God for 3rd shot.
11 maybe?
Yeah. Try to cross it a hair.
Yeah, or even just right on the nose, but if I could get a hair low, it would be great.
Yeah, okay, you got it.
Oh, it's 12. Yeah. Try and nose that. Just 11.
Right.
A hair low would be great.
Yeah. Okay. We've seen this spot a few times, which is good, so. All right, you got it.
Do you want to flip over on top?
Yeah, looking just for a slight inside roll. Nose plays.
11-2.
Whoa.
Skip Stones here in 4.
Please.
Christina Black in a 6th appearance.
Sit down.
And will roll away and put it behind her own. Second shot, third shot belonged to Nova Scotia. Her week so far, that's pretty consistent, isn't it? The best game, 86, and then now 88. The 86 came against Newfoundland and Labrador's Brooke Godsland, who is winless and is idle this afternoon.
It also shows you how much better the ice is becoming. As all the teams' percentages are starting to climb up there.
Yeah, and then
A lot of shots being made now.
like 4-8. Yeah. Okay. Where do you want this?
We want it to be like top 8.
The yellow double
Kinda
would have
Christmas tree
jammed,
a bit.
so they can't
Okay.
bring that little back red into play.
So, like 14-7, 14-8-ish?
Yeah, we like that.
Got some room to work with here. Just need to get buried. Sit second.
Carrie Einarson and her first. Down by 3, but has something going here.
Yep, a little bit for line.
Has one tucked in behind a long center.
Yep, line. Gotta go.
You gotta be fully
Hard.
line. Hard
They
for
come out in the
everything.
open if it's heavy
You
enough.
gotta be second.
Faster.
Gotta go, Kristen.
And there it is. Now on that out turn side.
Yes. Your last one was 11-3. You want to say
Yeah, I think so, but
Whole
I
way.
Well, there you see the first 2 games, and they were wins, but then they had the struggle for 2 in a row. And then last night, of course, that was the big come from behind win. And now today, just 25% so far for Carrie Einarson.
And another one, the intern just soft release, curls a hair early, and it wasn't light out of her hand. It just got into the middle too soon. We've touched on that quite a bit. It seems to be the way Carrie's throwing it this week. Oh boy, what another great chance here. Just flop it underneath.
11-8. Yeah. Whoa. Crunch. Hard. Really got hard.
Marley Powers.
Carvin over. Okay. Good. Real nice.
And they will sit 3.
It's good. Jill.
I just made you hit it early because I felt a little
11-8.
soft.
It started off more optimistic
It's okay. I was screaming
For,
because I thought it might curl hard
Einarson.
there.
At one point sitting 3, and now she'll be facing 3 Nova Scotia Stones with their last.
Good, okay. That's good. Let's make it.
Can't have a soft release on this turn.
Clean. Yep. 10.
Yes.
Hard right to it. All the way to it. Push.
Kristen Karwacki all the way. And you've got to sit. You got to sit. Oh, and finally it does. Wow.
Nice call, bro.
That was nerve-wracking.
Yep, I agree.
But it settles down. Finally, Einarson is on the board. Day 6 of our coverage, the Scotties, the Tournament of Hearts, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. Welcome back to Thunder Bay. And this featured game, Carrie Einarson and her team from Gimli against Nova Scotia and the team from Halifax, Christina Black. All these teams on the ice are from the B pool. 3-1, Nova Scotia leads it. And for the first time in the game, it is Black It does have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellow Stones. You think there's something to not wanting the last rock? What I'm saying is that it hasn't gone well for Nova Scotia at this point. Maybe they're, or for Manitoba, maybe they're glad not to have it.
Yeah, I mean, the frustrating part for Team Einarson will be that they had at least a 2 cooking that end until another intern draw light and over curl from Carey. So that'll be frustrating for them.
It should be there. Jab, jab,
2
jab,
there would
jab,
have done
jab.
a lot to help. You know, the score still in striking distance. You get the force the next end, but certainly switch things up. Try to get their rocks in good spots. You can put a lot of pressure on your opposition as a team that's trailing in the 5-rock rule. They did that last night, that's for sure.
It's still gone, right?
You like nose?
It's okay. That one's only an 8, but it was more important that it was a good guard.
Yeah.
We can make a better one later in the end. Good spot.
Sorry, I must have just thrown it straight through. Hair down!
Get this to the nose. You'd have something cooking.
Really gotta go, Carly. Hard, Carly.
Whoa!
Hard.
Whoa! Curl!
Curl.
Curl! Curl! Keep going! Keep going! Keep going! Nice throw! Sorry, Carly, I should have trusted myself and swept the whole way.
I know. I thought you were pretty good. Sorry, I just
Just
knew I
hit
was
2,
wrong.
and they do have last
I just
rock.
needed to trust.
Nova Scotia.
Team Einarson will be happy that they chased after that, though. They've got 2 pretty good guards on the center line. They're lined up nicely. Double peel is difficult when the rocks are in a straight line because you have to hit so much of that top one to be able to connect. The shooter stays in the mix usually.
Easy. Curl! 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 Straight! Curl! 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 Curl!
Sorry, just kidding. Yeah,
You
mine
like the
hooked
same
there.
or do you like trying to peel?
I like the same, I think.
Okay.
Great use, Carly.
You're going to ignore the double peel.
Wait.
Yeah.
So if they like the same thing, they want a little nose hit here. And boy, they should never go underneath. When does Einarson say, I need to go around?
The problem is if they nose and if they're edge on edge with the center line guards, if Einarson comes around, that's a really short run back. So
Yes, that's what I was saying. If they got something cooking, if they could do that. Yeah, exactly.
to roll away like this.
It's got to go, though.
Right out. You're still moving it. You're still moving it. Still moving it.
Oh, totally
Good.
burnt it
That's
on
good
the way.
shot. I like it. That's fine. Yeah. 12-2.
Oh, that's a bit of a tough mistake from Christina. She was trying to sweep the red Einarson rock out of the ring. She said, oh, I burnt it on the way. So she probably stopped it with her broom, but she can't just say, oh, it was probably going. Right. She made the mistake. So
nobody believe it. I think it might be shot rock still, too, because of that. What a difference that makes. Now it's a free try to get around three guards.
Yeah, if that goes out and Nova Scotia's sitting 2, then this draw is really scary. It's still the play, but all of a sudden it's against 2 Nova Scotia rocks.
Line's getting good now. Gotta go. Hard. Hard for everything. Hard. Keep going. Keep going.
Einarson out to join them.
Drag it.
And boy, what a big sweep that was to drag it in behind, get there for shot rock. Top 8.
Right? Hair high of that guy? Yeah.
You got it.
I'd have tried this one shot sooner. I say, yeah, 2 up with hammer. Last thing you want is a steal. If you ever hit this just a fraction high side, you could maybe even get your own yellow in.
I think that's what the intention is here, Russ.
It's close.
Hill Brothers, 1, 2, and will open things up at least, and then they get that Einarson stone on the way by. Oh gosh, let's see. Red 1, red 2, maybe red 3.
Red 3 indeed. And for Danielle, the stone on the left side of the line, that was her draw, was trying to freeze down and came light on her first one, leaving Kate line 3. Kate threw a long guard. to make a tap tougher. She is calling to play down to the red stone. That is second shot. Will concede one, but does not want to concede more, is not playing a tap.
Danielle Inglis and the Ontario champions from the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club.
That's a good shot to concede one.
Isn't it?
It is. The first one, I'm sure she wished she could throw again.
5-2.
I'm still trying to
Manitoba.
shake it off.
And their champion, Kate Cameron.
Oh, okay. Or into the yellow. Okay. This turn.
I feel like this might move a bit.
I would just trust it. Yeah, I think I'll run pretty true.
Look at Jill's numbers there, and it's the hitting that she's always been so good at, and she has to throw a ton of them because of Skipper's strategies. It works out really well, this team.
Oh boy. Oh,
spoke too soon.
I tried to turn it back. Did not work.
Just drove out wide out of the hack, and on those peels, where you land, it's really hard to fix it. You only have a couple seconds on the way to the hog line.
That's unlike Joe Brothers. Yikes.
Let's go.
Fix right there. Einarson just had to get rid of the hammer.
Keep her running the good stuff, and it's nice speed. Okay.
well, I guess, I mean, to my mind, it's sometimes nice to
Okay,
force,
nail
try and
kick.
force, and get the other person chasing you, right?
yeah.
You just, that's. Obviously not a strong game so far
Pump four.
for Carrie Einarson.
Yeah, line. Pump four. Line. You gotta go line.
See, you gotta go for
This
line.
one's moving too.
Really hard line. T-line. Really hard line.
Val Sweeting was saying that
Whoa.
Carly Burgess
Hard.
coming in
Yeah. Give
has
them-
fit in
Go.
reasonably well, and she brings that, what she's learned and what she garnered from her days with Jennifer Jones,
Thought that looked like a better
but it's
throw.
still a work in progress, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and that's, especially at front end, one of your main jobs is getting those back end rocks in the right spots, and it's also supporting the back end and knowing how they throw and knowing their tendencies, and how do you help your teammate out of a slump or if they're struggling with a certain shot, and that just takes time and repetition to work through.
My intern's fucking curling off the
Yeah,
sheet.
I think that's just the bank. Like, I think we either take tight
Yeah,
ice.
that one over curled, but it didn't over curl early. There's been a few where they have to go out of her hand to sweep, and that one, it just, at the end, it kept curling, and that side of the sheet should be straighter, but surprising Team Einarson.
Well, they're talking about a bank.
Yeah, I think it's
what's that? What are they talking about?
The way I read this sheet is it is, as Joanne's pointed out quite a few times, it's sloped towards the crowd. But if you get out wide enough, there's a bit of a dish out there, and it's the draw weights will come off what they call the hill or the bank.
Go.
Oh, look at that flip. How do you like that?
What was it?
11. Just had to come like an inch more. Good sweeping.
Nice shot.
You want a mental image of the actual surface if you get a cross section. In tight like this, this is the straighter side, as Joanne's pointed out. But if you get out maybe edge of 8, a little wider, it seems to curl early.
I like that.
And again, Carrie Einarson's intern is girling.
One of the teams very much in the mix in the pool, and that is Laurie St. George.
And an opportunity for two. They had
like that
split
one
the house, and Relin on her final one tried to play the double cross house. She got one, and she rolled towards the other stone, but it is open for Laurie to hit for two.
Clean.
There's your two. They are the leaders, maybe surprisingly so, in conversion. They are at 63%. Last rock conversion, 2 or more with the hammer. Team Canada, surprisingly, is number 2 now at 59.
Hard Val.
Oh dear.
Okay.
And can't chip it away.
11-5.
Yeah.
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
It's just a tough shot they took
Yeah.
too. They didn't even have half of that rock available.
And because of we've noted the interns are taking off, you just protect, right? You throw it a hair harder thinking it's going to take off. That was inside the bank, as they call it.
They've thrown quite a bit.
I know. We think it's keen here.
Like 30.
Yeah. We think 25, 30, but I like 30.
With a good extension.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, they stuck to 15 there.
Yeah. 4 foot, guys.
Yeah.
So full 8 foot.
30, right on the number. You got it.
Looking for a couple more. Well, it goes a long way, as we say so often. You can get that 45 to 55 be in there. That's a really good result.
Yes.
And then it shows how well you're converting. Conversions usually lead to a winning record.
Can't hurt it. Gotta go. Line 5. 4 foot. All you. 15-1.
Right this way. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go.
Yep. High.
You got it.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it.
Nice feet,
Evers,
guys.
Powers,
job,
yeah,
guys.
you got it. There you go. Take that to the bank. Deposit 2 more. Einarson looking for another comeback.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
So they put 2 on the board, Nova Scotia, and this is the first from Christina Black, and this is how they got there.
93% Christina Black. She's just skipped a beautiful game at the right weight control. Jill calling the line perfect. Forces the error.
And so they end up scoring 2. She's playing very well, Christina Black, as we check the numbers after 5, Joe.
Yeah, and these steals have really hurt Team Einarson, looking to bounce back after yesterday. Barely a shot for 1 in the second and a little bit light for the second steal of the game, and then a miscommunication in the third led to that third steal. And really the story here is Christina Black is just outstanding this game while Carrie Einarson continues to struggle.
Numbers after 5 are brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports book and casino partner of Curling Canada. Coach Reed Crothers trying to get them back on track. It's called Snowshoe Art, and Kim Asmussen is the snowshoe art guy, a retired principal in Schreiber, Ontario, which is east of Thunder Bay. And it was during the pandemic of 2020 that he strapped on the snowshoes and ventured outside to create the beautiful and elaborate designs. And you'll see some of this if your approach to Thunder Bay is correct. Beautiful.
Unbelievable.
Stunning.
It is our busy time of the season, our season of champions, and a little over a week from now we will be in Kelowna for the Montana's Brier. And then the Women's Worlds, the winner from here will represent Canada at the Women's Worlds in Korea. And then we'll wrap it up with the PKT Tires World Men's Curling Championship from Moose Jaw, starting on March the 29th through April 6th. So that's our season of champions. Busy.
Well, and the gauntlet's been thrown by that snowshoe art, Vic. Somebody in Kelowna's got to make the logo in wine bottles so that when we land, we'll see it from here.
Sounds like you have an ulterior motive there.
Full bottles. Kathy's gone hiking again.
Take a look. Line's good. We got room.
Room's good.
No bounce. There it goes. Line's perfect. Yep. Play the weight.
Well, last night Einarson was trailing by 5 points at the break. Oh, it's only 4, so still lots of game left to play here.
Go, 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 go,
Yeah.
go, go. Nice.
And all they have to do is remember yesterday.
Sorry, Val, I didn't really give you much.
I think I don't mind around.
And it's not as bad as it was
Top 12's okay.
I think you need
yesterday. It was 5 points. It's 4 today.
25? Yep.
Interesting to see how Nova Scotia strategically handles the next couple of ends. Christina, there's a very good chance she'll just stay right on the gas here and keep the pressure on.
Honestly, sometimes that seems like the play, Russ.
Sure.
You see the team that's trying to protect their lead, they give up an easy 2 because they start blasting.
Yep.
And that's how the opposition claws their way back in.
Well, is there something wrong with that?
No, there isn't. I mean, you have to execute is the thing. You start playing all the clearing shots. If you happen to jam one, then it's a deuce. And if you're the team that's trying to protect, you don't throw any draws for a few ends, and all of a sudden that team that's clawing their way back is in a really good position.
And then don't you often say, Russ, the 5-rock rule really doesn't let you play a simple game?
Well, no, because once you've got the big lead like this, your concept is to remove enemy rocks, and because of the 5-rock rule, there's 2 misses already if you're leading. You can't remove those 2 rocks here. And here's a good example of going aggressive. If that had been to the inside, how do you get it out? Boy, that's a big error there now that both fly. But at the end of the day, you're winning. You want to remove the other team's rocks as quick as possible. And 5-rock rule, there's 2 out there you can't do anything about.
Yeah, me too.
Me too, yeah.
Okay, you got it.
Yep.
But here's major trouble for Einarson if this is made.
Easy peel. Yep.
Yeah.
Going out turn.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Get off the guard.
Oh, shoot. Good
Oh
throw,
my
Murphy.
goodness.
I was like, it's fine. And then
Just
it
backed it up, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't do that. You just can't do that.
That's unfortunate.
Just a little lapse, I would say, in judgment there. That guard would always have been in the way of the thrower.
Of an out turn, yeah.
But we're always leaving a double.
It'll kind of kiss the yellow over. Can you tap these back and kiss this yellow over so it's behind? Like,
That's
or do I
crazy
just
because
hit-
now
yeah,
there's
you
no
just-
guards for
What do you think?
Christina Block to hide.
if we play this side and just do like that, do you think we save the 6? Like I want to kill 4 and just nudge
Yeah,
the
it
6?
will, and then they just do that.
Well, if we want to save this here though.
Yeah.
Like if it's
I
behind
think
it.
it'll still always go, but
Okay.
I think we need to make sure we clip it to like there so it doesn't.
Yeah, or we just like jiggle them, try and like pop that.
Now the
I think
guard's gone.
don't we want to pop this one behind here?
We could do that too. Yeah, that's good.
What about putting it right,
I think so.
the stone
Yeah,
right
as
in the
long as
middle
it
and
doesn't
pushing
make a
both
triple.
reds left and right and leaving your shooter there?
I don't
Throw,
think so,
I
Joe,
think
because
you
then
need
if it's above those 2, then the 2 are gone. Like the 2 reds will disappear so fast, Vic.
Wow.
Because
Gee, I mean, it's like you both.
Yeah.
One started, and the look I got from Joe was like,
we were fighting over that answer.
Sorry, I have to control my face, I guess. A couple options here. I like using that corner guard if I'm Team Einarson.
Sure. That's why you threw it.
Easy normal here. It's straight.
So you either nose this and roll the frozen one over or roll your shooter over.
You have a lonely yellow in the rings.
It's like 9-5. Whoa. 10.
Close, yeah.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
A lot of weight, though.
10.
Yes.
Yep.
Whoa.
Carly
Whoa.
Burgess.
Whoa.
Okay, good shot. That worked.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Probably that. Okay. Or you try this like skinny, but you might just hit this and like spin up and it's not good. Okay.
Still think that works. It's not the hardest double in the world. Kill all those, and your shooter moves this one. It might not get it out, but get it away from this freeze situation.
You got it.
You are up 4. Hitting the 1 is okay, but it's the easiest raise in the world for Einarson.
No. 10-8.
Jill Brothers. as we play third stones here in the 6th.
There might have even been a triple, Joanne, if you got that top one thin enough.
Yeah, I just thought up 4, nice to remove 2 position stones.
And didn't roll it quite as far as they had hoped.
10-5.
Marley, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Big game for both teams. Manitoba against Ontario. Final stone on the way. This is Ontario's Danielle Inglis.
Danielle facing 3. She was facing 4 on her first. Tried to freeze. There was about a 6-inch gap, if you will, between her stone and Kate's. Kate was able to pick it out. And so this is the same shot she just threw, but it needs to stop
About
to score.
15 centimeters.
Yeah, my conversion.
Yeah, I know. It's 2.5. There you go. That'll be for 1.
Hard! Hard! Okay.
Sits right there.
Yeah, it wasn't heavy. All right, Joe.
They seem to be afraid to hit the right-hand red. And if you hit the right-hand red thin, you make a double.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just into the side of that. Just try one long.
You're only going to get one out this way, aren't you, Joanne?
Great.
Does it, if you hit them the top one first, does it, or sorry, the right-hand side one first, can you kick the
Yeah.
red on the right side of the center line out?
Rachel could. Yeah, you're right. No question. Throw it hard.
We've heard lots about the houses being a little dead. Usually the rocks are so lively they just fly out. That's what makes this one tough. It has to go sideways about 6 feet. Got the weight right.
That's fine.
All on its own, and they'll just get the 1.
That's fine.
Good throw.
Thanks.
I was too chicken to really give you any less than.
I thought I was pretty close.
Do we ever just do this?
Yeah. I feel like I just leave a double on the middle ones.
Either that or we freeze.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I like that.
That works. It's always
How do we
tough
get
when you're
there?
grouping your own rocks because you could just be an inch or 2 wide or a foot heavy, and all of a sudden you've set up a double or triple.
You don't like the idea of separating them, pushing them around?
Yeah, that works too. It definitely does. If Al could kill that yellow and roll Barry behind the corner, there might be some separation. They felt there wouldn't be.
I like this call. Anywhere freeze right on the nose or on the inside. That's 2 reds aren't going very far.
Val Sweeting.
A little bit early and a little snow.
Yep.
Yep.
We're there.
Nice
Top
hit.
4. Top 4.
Yep.
Top 4 T.
4 championships with Einarson, a couple of silver medals
Heavy.
while she skipped Alberta.
Back 8. Hard. Hard. Okay. Good.
Now there's a triple. That's the problem with those shots. It was a great idea.
Triple if I can go like that, right?
It's close. It's that, or we could do this. Get rid of that one and then mess up this.
Just think
Run
about
back.
this double. That clears that way. That goes quite easily, and as long as you get it thin enough, that goes for fun. Just maybe quarter to half with peel weight.
These two. Or like these two. That one might not go, but it should go out of the
I'm thinking
8
this
foot.
one might not go if you're too thin, right? It's just going to push it back here.
What if I come off this one first?
And get those two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you still want to hit this one first, just slightly.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So this should be really straight.
It backs up when you sweep it, right? Yeah.
So right there.
Okay.
I know the houses are dead, but there's enough separation in the 2 on the right that if it goes right to that camera angle we're at right now, that's perfect.
Yeah.
It flies very easily.
Try and get rid of 2 of them. Yeah. What?
Thin half.
Marley's rock on
Yeah.
this side first? Okay.
Like
Yeah, I
just
think so.
skinny.
Yeah.
Third.
Well, we see
That's what happens in these games where you're.
straight.
Anderson was trying to nestle one in perfect, and all of a sudden it's like, whoops.
Close. Yeah.
Christina Black, have you got them all? Bang, bang. Oh, is it going to go? And 2 will go. 1 hangs on to the edge of the 12.
Just a little thinner. Great throw.
I can't throw it hard enough to get that one to go.
low, but close.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good sweep. I was like, please get 2 of them out.
Yeah, I didn't realize that one wasn't going out.
It was going to be hard, like you said, to get. I couldn't maybe get one or the other.
Yeah, yeah.
I would have had to hit it a little thicker, and then I might not get the other guy.
Double has to stay.
Oh, no. No.
Good.
Oh, look at that. She'll hang another one on the edge.
Nice shot.
45.
Yeah, you just try not to leave it double, so.
Like a wrong. Yeah.
She's referring to her shooting percentage.
Like naturally.
You like this way?
I don't know. I'm just not sure what this way would do.
Drawing to
You have
sit
an idea?
2 separation would be
I feel
the
like
easiest shot, but
there's probably a
you
ridge,
can't
so-
miss it.
Right.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, this is a scoreboard call here.
Do you like this turn? Yeah, I think it'll be steady. Do you like
Probably going to leave a double of some sort, and you know Carrie Anderson's going to play it.
9-8, 9-7.
Carrie Galusha down by 1 as they play in 6.
And she's facing 3. There is another stone behind her daughter, Sydney, that you couldn't see. Carrie ignored a lot of stones this end, was trying to wrap around a guard and was always exposing a piece, and the Laws team was hitting and rolling away, and so that is why she now is in a situation where she faces 3, needs 8 foot though.
Should be
As
close.
we look at
Line's
the
good.
final stone for Christina Black as well.
Wait only 8 foot. Running.
Manitoba with the hammer in our game.
Wait only. Just 8 foot. There it goes.
And roll it over.
Can't hurt it, can.
And they're grouped there.
One run. Sweet girls.
Nicely
One
done
it
by
is for
Carrie.
Galusha in 6. And they are all even.
All right, this is anywhere thin.
A little unlucky there. That roll.
All right, you got it. Go after it.
As thin as you can here, really.
Make the double sit right there. Bring that biter into play. Score a couple. Final stone here in 6. Carrie Einarson, Karwacki.
Sorry.
Here we go. Bang, bang. Sit there. That's the way to do it. And Einarson, a much needed 2 in 6.
We want to have fun and do our best. So I guess our plan just going into it is take it one rock at a time and not really looking too far ahead of who we're playing and just trying to stick to our game.
Our goal is to be consistent and put a lot of rocks in play and put some pressure on the other team. The girls have been just unbelievably supportive. They trust me and believe in me, and that's an amazing feeling to have come from all of your team members.
And the way it works out for Nancy Martin, this is our featured game tonight. Attention on Pool A. This will be her final game. She does not play tomorrow. 8-game round robin. So it is Sturmey against Martin. Both teams are in contention for the 3 spots in that Pool A. Welcome back. Wednesday afternoon, continuing coverage. The Scotties, the Canadian Women's Curling Championship. Carrie Einarson gets a very important couple, closes the gap. Nova Scotia, however, and Christina Black from Halifax once again does have last rock, has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Easy, running. Easy, Kristen. Whoa. Curl.
Back, we're to it. Curl. Just to it. Gotta go line. Keep curling it. Keep curling it. Keep curling. I didn't get that from
Sure, she was throwing the 6.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good info.
2 great doubles for Carrie Einarson to keep their hopes alive here, but only through 1 guard here. The First, Nova Scotia Rock went deep. They froze one in there, which always is a good idea to force an end, but there's not going to be much out front to maybe generate a steal.
Down 2 playing the 7th. Would you call this a must-steal situation, or are you happy with the
No, probably
force?
not, but I'd still throw 2, I think.
I didn't throw it that hard, but yeah. You're giving me less ice while sliding. It's hilarious.
It's funny how these unfold, right? With the one guard, if they, Carly over curls it or something. Now Einarson's looking at 2.
Should be there. That should be lots. That should be lots. That should be. I like it. Little bit. It's too much. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, line a bit. Okay, time's good. We're 3. Wait only. To your broom. Easy. Oh, it looks like it's running hot, guys. We're just at 3. Curl, Val. Curl. Whoa! That's okay. Whoa. Good. Good tripping. Was I tight?
Marley Powers.
Yep. Hard, Jill. Yeah. Hard, Jill. Hard, Jill. Keep pushing. Hard. Keep going. Shooter. Good. Go. Good sweep. Her weight's just a little low. Pretty good there. Pretty good. She was just a little chicken, I think, of the line. You know what, Val?
Val Sweeting. It's almost as if they've picked up the pace here.
Halfway!
Either team has used a timeout, pardon me.
Sorry, Vic. Not a lot to discuss right now. If for either team, really, I think we'll see a series of guards and straight peels, and eventually Team Nova Scotia will have to address what's in the rings.
Boy, that stopped.
Sit.
Ooh, high guard, do you do it now?
Yeah, that's what I was saying with one. You'd love to have 2 guards out there if you're Einarson.
Do you like trying to get low? I think you can.
I don't know. What do you think? It's 6 of 1.
Do you like it?
It's at 2, but they're basically behind the tee line.
Yeah. Let's try. Okay.
I mean, it'll be your best chance to move that red.
Yes.
You play it tight in this situation, wreck on the guard, just make sure it's enough weight that your shooter will roll out of the way. I like it.
Hack! Easy. Hack! Hack plus. Close. Hack plus. Yep. Hack! Yeah. Hack plus. Hard. Whoa. Curl. Curl.
Everest. Hands off to Powers.
Keep going.
Can you get across? No.
That's good, Joe. Nice.
Unlocks it. There's some separation now.
I have board. Yeah.
Christina plays so many finesse shots. Yeah, I think she felt that that long guard won't be a hindrance going forward, so it was a good move. Just didn't get the curler.
5-3, Quebec leads the team from Whitehorse and Laurie St. George with Last Rock.
Well, they just took a pause in the hack looking at it from the other end. There is a guard up front. This was the draw for 2, and it's going to be the draw for 2. But Lottie from the hack having a little bit of advice whether they try to pick that yellow stone out and score multiple. But at this point in the game, with the 2-point edge in a game that's so critical, if you can score 2 and be up 4, that's probably the good percentage shot.
Is it a straight draw, or are they playing a tap here?
I think she's playing the straight draw.
Okay.
You got nothing.
It's out in the good stuff.
Curl.
Up goes a guard from Einarson. And good stuff. Not good result.
No, I was trying to carve it over to take some of the oomph out, but did not.
So settles for just a single. You know, it's one of those things, Kathy, where Skip has something in mind and then goes to the other end and is caught.
Yes, between 2.
Yeah. And they'll rip the high one.
They're coming out. So. Yeah. She's freezing.
Shot rock belongs to Einarson, the Redstone, just biting the button.
This side in a while, but I think theirs probably pretty close, eh?
Yeah, I think it'll curl a bit because it's
a little fresh. Do you want a little more?
I don't hate a little more just to stay on this side of center.
Okay.
I like it.
It's top, yeah. And it will curl.
Needs 2 well-placed rocks here.
Okay, guys, just tight.
Okay, just tight. Yeah. I like that. T-line here is probably like a 4-8.
Okay.
So proportional to that, it's still pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of split center's pretty good.
Yeah.
I might keep it
Probably
down
see
early, but
Christina
let me
try
know.
to come in and draw
You
then.
gotta carry. Throw good.
Yeah, it's hard to raise that yellow one. It's completely covered.
Line's good. Clean. Tight. Okay. Line's good. Yep, keep it out there.
Yep.
Tight. Line's great.
Heavy, easy.
Stay down,
Easy,
yep.
easy.
Heavy. Top 12.
Heavy.
I don't think you are.
Tight. We're just tight.
5-3, Kate Cameron, Manitoba leading Danielle Inglis. However, it looks as if Inglis at the moment is sitting 2.
She is for sure. Kate tried a double on her first, just got 1, so Danielle wrapped again. This is the double attempt for 2. 3 if she can stick around.
Stop. You're making it fall. You're making it fall.
Making it fall, and
That's all right.
she made it fall, drew it back. It'll be a steal of 1 for Inglis.
Yeah, add a boat there. Yeah. Give me ice there, actually.
Okay, it's quite straight, eh?
Yeah.
Is it the shimmy?
Yeah.
Trying to hit the right-hand one because it's deeper, as thin as possible. Then you hit less of the left-hand
Great.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Just hit the one on Marley's side.
as they
just
call it
first.
in Nova Scotia,
Should run
shimmy through.
Pretty straight, I think.
Yeah.
But they're pretty tight together.
I'm not quite sure if you can get through.
Not positive the hole's quite big enough. Like, let's call that a 12-inch port. If it was maybe 13.
I see this just sitting right in the middle there, Russ.
Easy peel. Yeah.
Gets it perfect. It'll come towards the center.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Curl. Go.
Wrong turn there, too, because it'll kick higher.
Okay, good throw. Let's try.
Guess it's not all bad, though.
No? I was thinking if it curled a little more. Just
Yeah, like, I guess she can't be to this on the draw.
No. I think we just go there and just. We gotta. She doesn't have anything for her mom. Yeah.
Just that.
What else are you thinking? Like, do we ever just do this?
Yeah, I just worry if we only go to here, we just leave her backing for the draw.
Yeah.
Like, I guess if we're here, could she double them?
She could.
Okay, and it's probably the guard, and just hope she doesn't try something for. If we force her to play it, she'll. That's the only.
What do you guys like? I think she's gonna play the draw.
Be awfully tempting to try to sit 2 here.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Just don't want to
Yeah.
bounce off
as
and
long
leave
as
it
we
double.
Play it like aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
My first thought was this, but then this actually looks pretty good because I don't think she can be shot.
We just have to go aggressive at it. Otherwise, we leave her backing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm just worried if we do that, she's playing this for
We
3.
force her to do
it's
that.
like ultra thin, but I feel like she draws, but
She has some of this, just so you know.
yeah.
An
I
intern
like this.
yellow
Here,
tap is there for
so,
Nova
and then
Scotia.
we'll spin it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Think out turn.
Yeah, you don't even have to whip it.
Think out turn with the firm.
Yeah. Like almost 7/8, not quite with firm.
Yeah.
Interesting call here. They're actually going to go back here, roll over here,
All right, Carrie, you got it. They're good.
and try to kind of have a reverse backing. So then when that shot's made, it doesn't go anywhere. Wow. Thought they just guarded.
I did too.
Final stone for Carrie Einarson. Here in 7, down by 2.
Nose it. Yep.
Whoa! It's curling.
Curl.
Curl!
Bang, bang, and they didn't.
It's okay.
They rolled it over rather than coming off their own and up.
Sitting 2 now, though.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they wanted, really. It's just...
So close.
Are they two, Joe?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too.
I think that's mission accomplished.
Yeah, I don't know why they're.
It got in there more than I thought it would.
Yeah. This is pressure's on here now for Christina Black.
Tie game if you don't put it in the pin.
Hasn't thrown a draw in a while either.
We had a little chop off here. I worried if we went hard at it and cleared it out if she had that for 2.
I don't know how they could have done much better other than the front's open, but very small chunk of circles to aim at here.
Final stone here in 7, Nova Scotia, Christina Black. Manitoba's Einarson is sitting the 2. She has her tying points around the button. Everest left, Powers right. Here we go. Got to carry it.
It's not there.
Have to pull it on the lid, and they're going to give up early.
This is just 1.
1 and 2. That's the 1. And there's no doubt it is 2.
2 red.
2 red it is. Oh, goodness. Is there another comeback story for Einarson? Yesterday, Carrie Einarson came back from being down 7-2 to beat Kate Cameron. Today, she found herself down 5-1 at the break and has come now back with 4 straight points. And look at that. We're tied at 5, a steal of 2 in 7. And it means that Nova Scotia once again has last rock, has the hammer, playing the Yellowstone.
Just remarkable. They need to start having their 5th end break meeting before the start of the game. Do it 2 days in a row is crazy.
Go, 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 go.
It shows you, though, you force your opposition to something really precise. And Christina hadn't thrown a draw in a while, and it was in a path that hadn't been used very much. And here we are.
True.
We're talking Christina's misses yesterday were all on the heavy side, so as a thrower, you're just trying to protect a little bit, use your sweepers, and just too far on the other side.
10-5. Hard. Go for these. Hard to get by the ground. Hard. Right to it. Right to it. Right to it. Sorry. Little Roman.
We'll take it.
Chase it for long enough.
Replay on that one, please.
A little wobbly coming out in that one.
As requested, the slide replay.
Did I kick your bird or did you just slip?
Yeah. Good recovery. Yeah. I just must have had.
Sweep.
I must. Yeah. Great sweep.
10.
Close, yeah.
Really close.
On its own.
Hey,
I like it.
Good.
Huge
6,
arm.
7. Mine's great.
No, no, no. Look.
I really like it, Jill.
6, 7.
Yeah.
Room.
Needs to sit.
No, don't want to touch
8.
it.
Yeah,
8.
needs to sit. 13, 9. Maybe back a little further.
Yeah, I think no.
Yes, yes.
And back it goes. Finally settling back 4.
Right to it. Yeah. Okay. So speed's what you know. Yeah.
10-11, but just a little too much. I thought
Easy
like
line. Top 4. Line's good. Top
Back.
4. Need back 4.
Yep.
I thought like it. Top 8. Hard. Line's perfect. Teeth. Hard.
Still gotta go. Still gotta go.
Hard.
Go, go, go. It's close.
Hard.
Go, Kristen.
Yep. Hard.
Wanted to right down to it, and they'll come up maybe half a rock short. I thought the idea of the first one was to come off the yellow onto her red and back it up, but she still got there somehow.
Yeah, did she ever? And at worst, it was going to guard the yellow rays. The red, the shot rock would not go very far, but they snuck it in, not only partly buried, but sat 2, created the error. What a turning point.
Yeah. Christina Black came up light. That is our key shot of the game. It's brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together. And so that's how we sit tied at 5 here in the 8th.
Or you peel the corner. Just tight. Okay. I like this.
I do too.
That's a steal point.
Yeah.
So that's good too.
It's minimum.
Line's good. I used it all.
2. Gotta go for speed.
Line's good. Just to my room.
Okay. 2. 2 and a
Line's
half.
perfect.
We're 3. 2 and a half. We're
Yep.
3. Yep. Yep.
Yep. Line's good. Easy.
3.
Whoa.
Higher than your broom.
Whoa.
Sit.
Sit.
Okay. Shoots. Good.
Kind of
Hit
guarded the
hard.
wrong side.
Okay. Just tap, tap.
Good sweep.
How much weight there?
Oh,
Okay.
girl.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She's pretty good here. Back.
Yeah, I like that. That's what I was thinking, but I was like, this is a steal opportunity
Could
as
run
well.
the guard back. It's, Christina certainly plays to her strength, the soft shots, but even if this is made, everything's behind the tee line,
Do I need a hair more ice?
and there's a guard that can hurt her.
4.
We've seen nice finish on this entrance side, but the last few games, it gets a little bit straighter as the game goes on, a little less bite at the end. So this is a tricky shot. Cannot overthrow this.
Back line. Back line. Whoa. Back line. Cleaner. Whoa. Cleaner.
Curl.
Curl. Curl. Curl.
Hard.
Push.
Hard.
Move it. Go. Okay.
Nice.
Good.
Great sweeping.
Bumps them back, separated a little bit now. Shot rock is the stone at the top, I believe. Very close.
One good shot away from looking at 2 buried rocks, though. That
That was a 3-2. She just threw.
hate leaving that guard when you have hammer and 8.
I didn't mind the rearrange just because that rock was in the button, but it was behind the tee line, so something they could have come down to later.
Val Sweeting throwing her best game of the event, 91%.
Clean.
Clean.
Whoa. Whoa.
Back
Running.
line.
Whoa. Curl.
Curl.
Hard card. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Hard. Keep going. Go, 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 go. Harder, harder, harder. Okay. Okay. 12-5.
Shoot. Just a bit of a.
Didn't finish at all.
I liked my kick, but it ran nice.
Yeah.
Both teams kind of caught in that little straighter stuff now late game. It's also the lefty out turn, which will always run straighter than a in turn. What a chance now here for Nova Scotia.
11-5.
11-5.
Try to hit and flop, maybe just half buried.
Right.
You don't want to leave a freeze here for Carrie Einarson.
Jill Brothers.
Close. 11-2. Curl.
Curl.
French.
Curl.
Push.
Curl.
Push, push, push. Go. Good. Nice sweep.
Okay.
Nice shot.
Harley Powers saving it for her.
That was really good.
Yeah, I was on it a bit, Jill.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think this will be. I think it should
4-4. Laws against Galusha. It looks like the team for Manitoba has last row.
They do. Carrie was trying to wrap around those 2 locked stones on her final, had great weight, but just rubbed the top stone of hers and spun into the open. And that is the stone that Caitlin is chasing, trying to hit and stick for 2.
Curl. Curl. Curl, 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 curl.
And inside, and they use their own. They'll settle down for a couple.
Yep.
Big game for Laws, who
Hard to it.
avoid dropping
Yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
to a 4th. And they touch it? Yes, they did. Oh, and look at that. A little confusion there. Karwacki, Burgess.
You've got so little time on a 7-second peel to make up your mind on your brushing.
In fairness to the sweepers, there was hearing both to sweep and also not to sweep.
Yeah. fire in the house on that one. So shoot.
Even hack weight.
That's probably 12.
Chance to sit 3 now for Nova Scotia.
The out-turn come-around's virtually not there either for Einarson.
So like a 12?
you just roll this a foot or something.
Kind of just an edge behind that center line guard. Edge on edge.
Okay, so if she rolls in, I'm playing this freeze. So playing like, say, the 14-7-ish for back four.
14-5, 14-7.
Clean pack.
Clean.
Easy hack. Yeah.
Christina Black. Oh, they got to really work this to try and hold it up. Oh, they did well, but it'll pop out now on that out-turn side.
On one side or the other.
That's good. Flashing it.
I just didn't want to be dead buried.
Yeah, good.
Valid point. You don't want to be done because if Einarson goes there, there's a short raise or something. One for sure. Still want to protect that point if you're Nova Scotia.
I like that. I think that's a good spot.
Okay. Or even if we try to get to here.
Yeah.
Back button.
It'll get there.
If you could overbury here.
Okay. 4-7 to get all
Carrie's
the way around
broom was, right back 4, dead barrier on the rock that's biting top 4.
Okay, yeah, because we can
It's
be
not
back
easy.
4. We just need to be a touch in the.
Okay, you stay up unless it's like.
Where's the placement, Val?
Just lose it.
Okay, all the way around.
Yeah, here's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, step 1 is sit shot.
These are tricky because
Exactly.
the intern for Carrie tends to bend. This is swingy turn, 8th, and if it curls into the slower stuff. And not that it's slowing down much at all, but a couple feet in this situation makes a big difference.
Einarson's numbers have come up from 25 to 54. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Hard line. Hard for everything.
Line's perfect.
Hard line.
Top 4, T.
You gotta go.
T line.
Here we go. Good carry.
You gotta
Get
go.
it around that one. Now I can't get around this one. Oh no, they rub and roll. And it'll spin, finally settled just back in the pinhole.
Brilliant awareness there. Same thing as what we talked about. A little narrow to the hand, curled into the slower stuff. They went coast to coast to get that by.
Sweep is perfect. Great sweeping.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's only like a third. Yeah, right? Let's take a deep breath. Get it there? Yeah.
Really good communication on weight there. They knew it was heavy, so they did their best to just chop off.
Yeah, I think like half or all. Yeah.
If you can get it on the center line side, you can't hit it dead on it. It redirects here, but if you can actually cross the face.
Here's a hole.
There, it might come straight back through. Kind of have to hit it at like 1 o'clock, which is hard to do.
Like at 11-ish.
Quite thin.
Skinny to try and get on the top of it to push it between hours.
And then you don't want to be too cute, Beck, and you miss this wide. It's a steal. Like
a heavier level.
make contact or one up playing 9.
Because I have to hit this one.
Is this for 3 or can you hold the shooter for a 4th?
I think you could hold the shooter here, Vic. They're only playing 11, which is a light, less than control.
Well, if you pop 4 here, wonder if this might be the game.
11.
Just as easy to steal one here.
Final stone, Nova Scotia shot rock right now does belong to Manitoba, and out of her hand, Powers has picked her up. Got to get by that one. They did. Now where are you going? Angle it back. No, stuffed it and rolls away. And that will be a steal of 1 for Einarson and another comeback. Kristen Korwacki. She throws the lead stones for Carrie Einarson and the team from Gimli, the number 2 ranked team in the world, and they've come back again. My goodness, down at the break 5-1, and they've replied now with 5 straight points. a deuce, 2 more, and a single. Look at that. Has a similar storyline to last night when they were down 7-2 to Kate Cameron and came back for the win. As we welcome you back on this Wednesday afternoon, continuing coverage of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. So here we go to the ninth, and Manitoba. Ainarson leads it. Nova Scotia, Black from Halifax, with Last Rock playing the Yellowstone.
I have to thank Kristen and Carly on that steal. They went coast to coast to get Carrie Einarson actually wrecked, and they still got it into a good enough position to create the steal.
Yeah, they've forced a lot of precision out of Nova Scotia for Christina's last couple of ends.
It's a bad throw.
Okay.
She wasn't that far off last end, just such a straight spot. You can't ever float it wide. And
I think that's what she was thinking, eh? Just protect a bit, get your one.
See? Tapping a hair.
I think we're just
Hard line. Hard. Hard. Straight to it.
Distance.
Hard.
Beauty. That's good. Throw.
Very nice.
Now.
Yeah, but she's like, it looks like tighter ice, but I liked it for the 6 because we've been waiting for that rock.
Yeah, they should have just left it.
Whatever you like. You had a 15 on that?
Top 4.
I did.
So noticing something about the stones, and
I think speed's decent. 2025?
Yeah, I'm not sure what they meant there. They should have just left it. I think the one that was heavy, it was supposed to be a freeze back 8. They brushed it to let it tick. Maybe they wanted to get it by.
Should be there. Easy.
Am I on there?
Other option for Nova Scotia here would be the double peel.
yeah, I'm a little surprised with this, Russ.
Yeah, I mean,
2 rocks up the middle.
They got burnt with a center guard last end.
Hard. Hold it. Hard. Go, Carly.
Certainly not wrong. You got to make a decision here. Am I going for 2? That's a good shot. That's a really good shot.
Great shot.
Yeah, nice angle. The yellow onto the red. The red will go past shot rock.
You can often crack a big score knowing Einarson's trying to force.
Yeah, how often do you see that in the ninth end? Team going so hard trying to force their opposition that they end up giving up a multiple.
Hold it out there.
Line's good.
Easy line.
Just top 12.
Little light. Easy line.
Easy line.
Whoa.
Just top 12.
I think we might
Top 8.
Shoot it. Curl.
Top 8.
Whoa. Straight. Yep.
That's okay. Good shot.
Yeah, sorry, that's more than I thought it was.
Marley Powers throwing the second stones for Nova Scotia today as they play the rotation. We'll see her fiance, Luke Saunders, as he plays for Nova Scotia, and Owen Purcell. They're part of Pool B. That's the field, including the defending champions, Brad Gushue, Dunstone. It's really a very, very strong field. The Montana's Briar starts February the 28th in Kelowna.
What do you see, French? I see both. I think we know the spot for both, too, so whatever you like. It's 3 rocks, so if we're throwing less weight, we just need to make sure we throw enough to move that.
Yeah. You just need to move it to there.
Yeah, so probably like almost a 10.5.
Okay.
11?
Yeah.
11?
11.
Do you want to make more space? If you want to make more space, we can just throw it
No,
up.
I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I think we can get a good one in there, and you just want to hit like
hair high?
Yeah.
Okay. 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Try to keep a
Do you agree with this, Russ? You heard Christina say, do you want more space? Do you want some more operating room? Do you like it?
Depends on how thin.
I mean, obviously she has a game plan here, but do you like the fact that she wants to play such a closed game right now?
No. No, I really don't. I think this is an opportunity. You can't see a ton of this, but if you could have 2/3 of this with peel weight, I think Joanna would spill everything. They'd sit 2. The reds are gone. and give her a little more space. Now, we've seen Christina Black draw to the side of the button many times, but I think this is an angle that can really help you to open it up. This isn't quite heavy enough to do that, I don't believe.
Nice.
Now there's a nose triple. And that red one stays because of that soft weight.
What was the weight? I didn't get it from Tina. I think it was
Get that thinner with a bullet.
Al Sweeting has a chance here to make some Yellowstones fly.
Yes. Hard. Push it back.
Karlaki
Dig. Hard.
staying with it all the way. Here we go. Bang. Touch them all, and away they go.
Great sweeping. Nice shot, Val. Atta girl.
Beauty.
I had to make up for last end. Beauty sweep. I'm like, I want to see Kristen pound this.
Atta girl.
Hope for it to
Nice shot. Or nice sweep, I mean.
Wow. Yeah, she did, Joe, hold it up, huh? It was starting to move on them.
Yeah, and that spot in the ice is so straight. It's Val's out turn, so if you're throwing those peels, throw it tight, let the sweeper drag it out. Let her take some credit, too, you know? What a shot.
But look at the angles, too. I don't think you can make the red double. So now they're peeling, and this is what happened last end. They left that center guard, and Einarson used it to their advantage, and here we go again.
Earlier in the game, Team Einarson was struggling with those big weight shots. They weren't connecting on their runbacks, and now they've played their way into form, and that's creating a world of hurt for Nova Scotia.
Touch it.
Oh.
Okay. It's fine, Jill.
Don't want to leave a super bad stagger. That or like right over.
I don't want to go this far, or else that leaves her that.
Okay. Yeah, I just don't want to leave a bad angle. Yeah.
Yep.
I like blocking
Throw
this corner.
him.
Yeah. Okay.
Normal?
Normal,
Yeah. They're good, Val. You got it.
Should come up a bit here, hey? Heard it? It'll curl a bit here. It's not dead straight.
It should come up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the ice.
It's a tricky situation because you by hitting this, you kind of want to roll on top, sets up a potential triple. If you don't roll on top, there's a very easy double.
Yeah, close.
10.
Yep.
Hard. 10. Whoa. Whoa.
You can never roll away, and then you leave those two lined up on the button.
Curl.
We're touching it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Good. Spin it. Wait.
And may come back.
Just, I think.
I think your weight was
Great,
good,
but
just
it
a
also
misjudge.
didn't-
No, and you were not heavy.
No.
Thought she launched a little full, tried to correct.
So, I mean, when you look at these rings, if this comes back, we're not sure, but there's that stagger, Russ. You go to the intern, try to wrap around, try to avoid being in line of that combination.
Right.
It's a question of where do you want to go? There, will you go back, or you want to be as high as possible?
6 of 1, I think. The freeze is pretty good. A little higher as long as you're buried, but you don't have much space to bury.
I want to try and get two.
I understand that. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I want to score, obviously,
Yeah.
but
Even
like that, then it's hard for them to get it out.
it is. Yeah. We need to score.
Yeah. I mean, you can make the double, and then I freeze and try, but I'm not going to get two. I'm only going to get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you just nail this.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. They just have this little bumpity bump. So just.
Yeah.
It's a good conversation. They have some time on their clock to discuss. Jill's first instinct, I think, was to make that double and open things up.
That's her shot.
Yeah.
But unless you make a triple and get an error at Einarson, like a rollout, and then you blank. But I think
Yeah.
you're forced to something here, so you might as well make it more than one.
Throw
Yeah, and the force tied up without and 10 is no good.
And hit like a thin piece of the red.
Make this good. Come around top 4. Just don't overbury and leave the red situation.
Not a big ad.
Back 4.
Back 4 is okay.
T. Back 4.
Seen lots of curl in this spot.
In Jill Brothers, you've got a former Canadian junior champion, a Canadian mixed champion with Mark Dacey. Got to get it there, though, and they do. Wonderful drag by Marley Powers.
Good shot.
A whole lot better. That's great. Nice.
It's a really good shot.
Holy, me too.
Nice finish there, hog line in.
Yeah, I didn't see this getting almost fully buried here.
No.
See, they're dragging for distance and for speed. Marley doesn't have her broom the skinny way. She has it the wide way because they want it to go as far as possible, but they also want to get the curl.
We could
Wow.
probably hit that thin and get it.
Yeah.
We could tap it.
Either hit the red one crazy thin,
I think your ripper
or the
will
yellow
make
one,
it.
which you have to hit thin.
Right there.
Just pick it.
I think that's the way to go. Boy, this is no gimme here. The other option would be follow it down. It's just something in front of it.
You gonna play the same thing?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Is it better to just race to the back?
It's just a blast, though. If you're a hair off.
I like the ice. All right, Carrie, go after it. Let's make it. Clean. Clean. Yep. Hard. Clean. Whoa. Yep. Clean. Yes. Hard. Yes. Clean. Yes. Clean. Clean. Yep.
Here we go. Got it? Yes, you do.
Nice call, Val.
Yes, you do.
So good.
It's like they're
Nice
two different
toss, very
teams,
good.
huh?
Yeah.
First half as compared to now.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay.
Beauty. Nice toss. Just clean.
Yeah.
What do you
I
think?
think for Nova Scotia's, they can't really try to bury more, or else the Reds just go right onto it. So
What do you guys
Yeah,
want?
it was in a beautiful
All right,
spot,
just
actually.
like T-line.
You got it.
Yeah. If it's depending, if it's hers is where it
Christina Black with her stone as we drop in on Laws and Galusha. 7-4. Galusha's last in 9.
And she's being forced. Caitlin Laws picked out the lone Northwest Territories stone on her final.
I don't think we need it.
And so she needs a bite of the forefoot.
No, it's coming down. We're over curling it now. Okay.
A little wider line, it seems, on ours. And then she'll draw the back edge of the 4. Now this has got to stop in a hurry, and it will slide too far. Steal of one more for Laws.
Play one more. It's our only game today. Let's just play. Let's just play. It's our only game today.
There you
Oh,
go.
let's ask Amber.
Same throw.
Sorry.
Little unlucky on the freeze. If it stays shade high side, it's hard to get it out. But by just curling an extra 2 inches,
Yeah, I
now
knew
the only side that's available to hit it gets it out.
yeah, they were trying to make it curl, and they just missed the straight at the end once it started to go.
Right.
Clean. Whoa.
Look at that.
Clean.
Last 2 games yesterday, of course, the comeback against Kate Cameron. Now coming all the way back again from 5-1 down. And she'll just get rid of everything. And so it's a certain draw against 2, maybe even 3 with that little outside biter. Tough to tell.
Atta girl, 2 pistols.
But she'll need a little bite of the blue.
Well played, Dan, by Team Einarson.
Okay. All right, Tina, you got this.
Yeah, it had a little less rotation, but I didn't mind it. Good. Nice pair.
Thanks.
Demeanor changes as well, huh? From one half to game to the
Seems to, eh?
second.
Yeah.
That frown is turned upside down.
Yeah.
Facing 2 for sure with her last. Christina Black
T-line.
looking for her first point in this second half.
Line's good. Close. Yep.
Line's good.
Line's great. Stay down.
T-line, girls.
Everest left, Powers right. A single to tie.
Hard, yep. You're not going to hurt it. Stay down hard. Okay, great. Nice sweep, guys. Sweep. There you go.
And there you go. To the back four for the single for Black. So we are tied. And it'll be Einarson with last rock coming home. And we have a final here as Quebec has picked up a win. 8-4 the final. So Laurie Saint-Georges goes to 5-2. And Yukon, the team from Whitehorse, now 1-5. Second straight game. This Einarson team has managed to work their way back. Yesterday against Manitoba, Kate Cameron now down at the break 5-1. They'll have last rock here in 10. A 6-6 tie means that Carrie Einarson has the hammer playing the Red Stones.
What did you have long on Kristen's? 15.
Kind of need to just go a little bump.
That's
Okay,
about
yeah.
as perfect as she could make 4 rocks. Red's maybe could be hair higher.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Just a really nice line and a little bit of separation is great, but you know Nova Scotia's going to try to rearrange, try to move them to the back button, back 4 area.
Did you kill it?
She's soft.
Yep.
Hard.
Let her know
Hard.
early. Hard.
Still got it.
All right, 1 by 2. And tap and moves it to the back edge of the 4. Still leaves Einarson sitting the 2.
What a wonderful shot, though. That really gives you a chance to steal. That ticks on something. It's big trouble.
They're so tough. You up the weight a bit trying to rearrange, but she had to get fully around. The only way to make that was to use the sweeping. Well done.
Get so tight to the guard, which you can't afford to hit.
Girl.
Carly Burgess.
Good.
6-4. Big game again. Several big games on the ice. Obviously, this one as well, considering. And it's Manitoba up by 2. Final stone, Ontario and Danielle Inglis.
Well, so many rocks in play. Kate guarded. There is no out-turn draw. All there is for Danielle to score 2 is to try to run or raise her own guard in sideways.
Alyssa Daly, Cassandra DeGroot, and cannot. So that one on the lid. That Yellowstone is the single for Ontario. Manitoba with the lead and last rock coming home.
Okay. You ever just peel?
Do you like that?
Either.
Yeah.
Like,
What do you
right
think?
now, what's more dangerous?
Do we
I don't
ever
know.
just peel? I don't know.
Both of them are beneficial. The peel makes the most sense, I think.
Like they gotta tap that perfect,
And then
and we'd have a short little run.
Like, this one's killing us.
Yeah.
Nice part about the peel is then you can start throwing a pile of weight at stuff.
They can use that now. Yeah, but
Yeah, they gotta get it like past this,
Yeah.
so they'd be here.
yeah. And then we're in the 4-foot. We might be able to like blast.
Yeah, I feel like they gotta guard a while.
Okay. Yeah, you probably don't want to give that a go.
I don't love
Probably
that.
sends it.
Yeah,
here.
it goes into this, doesn't it?
It's pulling
Or
away
could.
from it though.
Yeah.
I feel like you could give it a go. It's never touching that. You could get that.
If you ever call time.
We can try it if we get one. That's good.
What's your call? It's around.
My first thought was just a straight peel.
Okay.
Okay.
Straight
do it
peel.
then.
Remember, both teams do have 1 60-second timeout. Neither has used it yet.
Hey at it, Carly. Lots of time.
I think I like the peel for now. So early in the end, you know that Nova Scotia has to replace that guard at least a few times before they make a move in the house, and they have work to do. Manitoba sitting 2.
And their move into the house might take 2 shots.
Whoa! Clean. Clean. Good.
Do not touch it, Rhea. Pull back. There you go. Wait, it's okay.
Here.
Jill Brothers.
No,
no.
looks good, actually. Room down. Room down.
3, 2.5 now. 3. Curling time.
Really tight. Easy.
2.5. A little higher than your broom, too.
Look at that kind of grind a bit, eh? And it's starting to slow down in that center, as usual.
Well, Kathy, we have another final now, and it's a win for Caitlin Laws to go to 4-3.
And they're just quietly going about their business, crawling back up in the standings. A little farewell for Carrie Galusha.
Yeah, it was game 1, though, against Quebec that may come back to haunt Laws. That was a disastrous game, remember?
Yes, I do.
And that was the night, I think they stole 7
points.
7 points. So that's the one they may look back at the end of all of this.
Better line, Marley. 2.5. Clean right here. 2. A little curl.
A little wide. To your broom, just short.
The steals are just so possible with this scoring system. The 5 rock roll, the no tick roll. Look at our game. We played 9 ends. There's been 5 steals.
Good.
Nice. Free throw. Really good, Jill.
Thanks.
Good. Thanks.
Nice.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Good guards. Same throw, Val. You got it.
Christina's going to have to make a play in the house here on her next.
I think so.
Yep. Whoa. Good.
You could tap it center line side and get the Reds as a bit of a pocket at the back. Yeah, like that.
Good pair, Val.
That might be the better call.
Yeah. It's just more makeable to give me an option for my next
For your next one,
Should I move that back? I think we go like this. Tap, tap to there.
That was my gut.
Like
we might leave her triple.
Yeah, but then I'll have a draw.
So what'd she do if we throw another guard tight?
Peel, and then we have to try getting in there.
And then that's just like really hard to make perfect.
I hate the guard,
I'm not throwing a guard. I'm either doing this or this.
Okay.
But I think
so you can't hit
options.
you can't hit the 4 and get
I
both
think
of
you
those
can
and leave the 3.
I can.
On your That's just an open house.
But I'd rather make her have a harder shot.
Yeah. Then she's got to draw the full. What's that?
You like Tina's call?
I don't mind it. I'm just discussing just the option of whether we leave that run double on your last one. But then she's going to have an open hit or a
Well,
draw.
if we do that bump and we label it right here, then she's going to have a hard time ripping them.
I really like this.
Yep.
Right? Yeah. She's going to jam on something probably.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or what side of the bump, like nose is ideal, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Like we don't want to stay this side.
No, our hair on that side.
Hair on that side of anything.
Okay, I think the intern.
I mean, where your shooter's going to end up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We want to right on the nose. We want to just be like right here.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
So if she tries to blast, we're just
right here.
Okay. Back 4.
Yeah.
The transfer's a little shit. So
yeah. So I think I need that weight, and I'm throwing like what you threw a couple ends ago. It was like a third. Hey,
Well, just like yesterday, it's been a complete turnaround, a tale of 2 different halves, and in particular for Carrie Einarson. After the third end, she was curling just 25%. Now she's brought it up to 63, but the difference is what they've done in the second half. 5 points compared to just 1. We're at 6, and she has the last draw. Game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995.
You're quite concerned about tapping the red for a pocket, which is the absolute proper play. It's where this thing lines up. If it's kind of half on, the yellow will be at least a double or maybe even a triple for Einarson.
Hard.
Straight.
Hard.
Hard.
Curly,
Straight.
got it.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
It's really good.
Straight shots.
Really good.
Very, very good.
So they push the shot stones to the back of the four, but everything in front belongs to Nova Scotia.
Carly?
And timeout has been called.
Really good shot. You've got 2 raises now. Lots of coverage, backing. How do you make a double if you're Carrie Einarson? That top yellow comes right back.
But this is just like ultra thin, like.
Yeah. No, I. Yeah.
Slash on those 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if
Does
you
it
could
jam,
crotch
though,
this.
or
I think it just jams.
You crotch
I
this.
think we can crotch. I see it coming here.
Okay, can you play 3/4 on the intern side of the yellow and spin them off your yellows and out? Or off the reds and out?
That's what I was wondering if it goes.
Like that's a really good result.
Here?
That's a great shot too.
Yeah.
That's a great
It's
shot
looking like
too.
I'm gonna have to draw on my last.
Well, there's a chance. There's a chance of that, yeah. Those are the 2 shots that I see. You play the draw now, which is very good. I like that, right where your broom is.
Yeah.
Can you ever blast this in this and get this 3 spinning a little?
I think the chance is then the four jams. The 4 jams, and then she goes 4 foot in front and you have a tougher shot.
Okay.
I think it's the intern blast.
Intern blast or draw to where your broom was.
Yeah.
What'd your gut say?
My gut went here.
Yeah, that's a great result.
I just think like here, it is super thin and it might miss these, but then she's just doing that and then I'm following.
Yeah, let's make the draw.
You like that, Val?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Speed's nice
Okay, what are we
here.
thinking here for
We
speed?
threw this a couple times.
They threw all their guards.
The Quebec team is hanging around
4-8.
after their win over the team from Whitehorse and Bailey Scoffin. Laurie Saint-Georges will play
Right there.
Okay.
Christina
Is this
Black
okay?
when they're back on the ice tomorrow morning.
But right here.
Like a 14
The other option
that's what
here
you're
is
thinking.
you throw a bullet at this, just a hair off line. If you get that one first with the speed that Val or Carrie Einarson can throw, it would kick out like that.
Yeah, the risk is just if you ever dead jam it, then Christina Black's going to bite the top of the button, and it's a really hard shot for the win. This was Carrie's first call. She wants to draw. She figures she's going to have to draw on her last, so might as well do it now.
You have to be in front of the tee line. You have to choke off that raise, or it's useless.
But even if you get in behind perfectly and you're on and you
You got
get
it, Carrie.
to the lid, that combination is still there, right? I mean,
Yes.
I mean, I guess my thought would be you would try to get rid of some of those yellows.
And the only way to really do it, because Christina Black put it so perfect, is to hit it dead on with a bullet weight. And it gets rid of all the backing, too. Similar to the shot she made last night to win.
Okay, trying to go to school here with her first,
Line's good.
knowing
Wait
she
on
may
me.
have to draw with her second. Burgess.
Line straight. Play the weight. Wait
Top
only.
4.
Wait only.
Top 4.
Oh.
No.
Easy.
Oh, we're making another pocket.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
Boy, look at that carve in. Look at that go. Oh, goodness. You didn't think it had a chance.
That ever come down. Just perfect.
Good. Oh, geez. Sorry.
Just in time, they lifted their brooms. I didn't think that was going to stop. Just curled and died.
Just starting to
Haven't played anything.
soften up there. What a wonderful shot.
Yeah, they haven't played a ton of draws on that side.
No. And it takes away the easy double tap. And if this is made to the button, that angle raises there from the rock that Carrie Einarson just made.
Okay, love this.
Similar weight.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Are we trying to hit it into the back ones?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, yeah, you got this. Nice breath, eh?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a pile of ice, and you could be a little heavy here because you got the backing, but if you throw like a back 8 here, I don't see them holding it straight now.
All right, angle raise right now. We're tied at 6. Needs to be the shot rock.
Hold it. Hold
Nova Scotia, Christina Black.
Hold it hard.
No, trying to hold it out there now. Everest Powers keep it out there. Here we go, trying to angle this back. Give themselves a try. Angle it back. Can they get there? No, they will not. And so, for the second straight game, comeback Carey has done it again. Make the final 9-6. Einarson is your winner.
Great battle, guys. We're never getting up. Sorry, guys. I knew I'd come alive.
The 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts is presented by Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By Montana's Barbecue and Bar, proudly Canada's home for barbecue since 1995. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Home Hardware, here's how.
Checking in on Cameron against Inglis, Manitoba against Ontario. This is the situation. Ontario C down by 1, sitting 1, half covered, final stone for Kate Cameron, Kathy.
And Danielle looking very frustrated through a very long guard that over-curled on her final stone. Kate had kept it open, and I thought she might be throwing a quieter weight, but she wants just to pick the stone out. But they are on that right out of her hand.
And crash. And it's a steal of 1, Ontario. And so we will go to an extra here on this Wednesday afternoon. Manitoba, the Manitoba champions of Kate Cameron from the Heather Curling Club in Winnipeg, number 6 ranked, come in number 6 in the country, come in with a record of 3-2. The Ontario champions, they are number 11 ranked in the country, from the Ottawa Hunt and Golf Club, skipped by Danielle Inglis. So in this extra, it will be Manitoba that does have Last Rock. They have the hammer playing the Redstones.
Push it a bit, but just the top's fine. Okay, you got it. Okay, got it. Same throw.
Smart rock positioning there. There's a double, but by playing the high side doubles, we look at it, the tight guard comes into those reds.
Whoa. Okay, that's fine. Good.
One. Running really nice
Yeah.
here.
You got it.
Thought it was interesting last night. We saw Manitoba Cameron playing against Team Einarson, and such a tight game in that second half. It was actually the first time that Kate and her team had played a 10th end in the event. It was watch how the ice will change as the game progresses. That was their first time seeing it, and now I was wondering that 11th end,
2.5.
how these paths will run.
Really running,
Right.
tracking almost like a 3.
Maybe that's why she threw so much weight on her last one. Her could have thrown softer weight in 10 and taken that guard out of play.
Yeah, might have been some concern about the side path and what it would do.
Yeah, you don't want to get too cute in that spot.
Okay. 15-1.
Trouble.
Kick was really
Try to
close.
hit like 2/3 and even just roll that.
Hit it as hard as you can, and it'll spill enough, I think.
Okay, let's do it.
You got it, Tay. You got it. Nice and smooth.
Half a rock jams it. You certainly want to hit it dead on, so it's somewhere in between.
Yep. 8. Yep.
Hard, Ken.
Gotta go.
Back it up, back it up.
Hard.
Back it up.
Hard
Still
roll
got it.
anything, Brianna. Go, 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 go.
Mackenzie
Anything,
Elias
go.
backing it up and holding it for her to get rid of the staggered guards.
Good call, Kate. Play this now. Yeah. Okay.
Freeze.
Top 4.
Should be a hair fresh here.
Yeah,
We
I think
didn't
a
touch
little
it
bit
last
fresh
time.
on this side.
You got it. Light's okay.
Pretty good options for Ontario here. They've got a bit of a guard. They've got this freeze opportunity on the first one.
T. Clean. Line's good. Keep it T-line. Close. Back 4. A little bit. Back
Kira
4.
Brunton throwing the third stones for the Ontario champions.
Hard.
A year ago in Calgary, this Ontario team went 3-5. And as they play today, they are 4-1, so in a very good position.
I think I like this.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing.
Okay. Do you like that? Yep. It's close to grabbing here.
You might get every one of them here. Hit the.
Yeah, where's the shooter going?
Yeah, shooter will go, but you mean the yellow? Yeah, it might jam on the other yellow.
got a little light on
Unless you get it like clean.
I got 8-4 on your last. Okay. Oh.
Taylor McDonald.
Curl. Curl for a piece. Curl for a piece.
Get it over.
Elias trying to knife this over. Help it over. What do you got? There's the jam. And it'll spill. Stay behind cover.
Okay.
But
good sweep, Kent.
Yeah. Good stuff.
1-2 belong to Manitoba and Cameron.
I think it was a benefit to hit it that thin, actually, because that instead of jamming it, it rolled back a couple feet behind the tee line, which helps Kate Cameron in the long run.
Like board, yeah. Kind of move that.
They guard and then.
Like you still hit the inside of this with board.
Yeah.
I think you want to like roll to
Well,
there and move that guy.
Yeah. I think so too.
If you hit the top
You wanna
one,
hit, like, half,
Joe,
three-quarters
you're going to get it, be
Yeah,
able to
almost
squeeze
half
it
because the
past
rocks
the Ontario stone.
I think it'll catch the back part of that Ontario stone. But they're just talking about playing kind of a board weight or a tap weight. Try to just kick that red on the button behind the forefoot, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Just get to the inside of the top red.
Yeah, 11 o'clock kind of thing,
Yeah.
and back 8 foot
Just
back
give
line.
Ontario some room for their next one.
Well, hopefully backing for Danielle's last one.
Okay.
Right, because with our tap.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Kira's kind of came down on the freeze and curled a hair more than they wanted. Yeah, just hair on the inside.
Make her make something precise.
Maybe like hack across it.
And so you want to be a skip. There you
She tells her when to draw right in there.
That's the skipper's headache right there for
So true.
Like freeze to the face
Kate
of ours
Cameron.
or in the pocket of ours even. I think we call our timeout now.
Sure. I like that.
If she-
Usually the last shot of the end is pretty clear.
Yeah.
First shot. Talk through the options.
Yeah.
Hack. Close. Close. Yep. 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 Whoa. Yep. 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 Whoa. 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 Curl. 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 Keep going.
Melissa
Go.
Daly.
Okay.
And look at that. Got across the nose and pushed it past.
Pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Maybe a hair farther. That red went back a hair farther than they wanted. There is a yellow double now.
That's really good. I like that.
Thin one,
And
though.
timeout, pardon me for interrupting. Timeout has been called now. They are allowed one timeout in the extra.
That's really good.
Even if I planted it, it'd be wide open, but I know, but it'd be wide open. It's definitely the best shot. Or the other is this, but like this is horrible.
That's the best shot.
It's a third of a rock.
The double's
right?
the shot. Yeah.
Yep.
I like
half you just miss it.
I like it.
Yeah, as long as you don't just stick it. If you stick it there, you're still gonna pick it up.
It's so thin to stick
So
to.
thin
It's like a quarter
Yeah.
of a straight plant, even thinner.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm in for it.
I like it. Yeah.
Okay, I think it's gonna stay right where I put it.
I agree.
So I'm seeing right here. Okay. I thought you slid there and you just sliced it.
Half a rock's just about perfect thick half.
I'll try to get out to you.
Kate's upweight ability will help here because if you hit that back one really thick, it should roll somewhere a little bit and be behind the tee line.
Third.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Yeah. You got it. Okay.
Elias, trying to get it over. Get it over. Have a stone. Oh, and she just barely touched it on the way by.
Okay. It's all right.
It's probably still better, but.
Yeah.
Right over. Even if you
Should we call her?
get out of there.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep, we are. Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Timeout's been called now.
Just for time.
Played it a couple times into it.
I think the play is an overroll here.
Yeah, I like that.
Because you can even like stuff that.
So I'm just thinking throw what we know down here. And I threw a firm down here at one point.
Yeah.
That's more than I'd want to throw at this,
I
though.
know, yeah. You can do it normal.
I just also don't want to. I mean, is
rolls higher.
nose ever bad?
She's gonna have a like soft weight hit and roll.
Yeah.
Which I would rather leave her like the cold draw.
Agreed. I'm just thinking like we're just talking through a few things here. We were talking about going all the way into there. I just asked like even if we do that, is that so bad?
I don't love that because then she's gonna play like a board weight hit and roll.
Yeah.
Which I don't think she's gonna miss.
I think we
Yeah.
hit and roll. She hasn't drawn in a few ends.
Yeah.
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 Over
I
here?
need to get out of
Make
there.
sure we get it. I was just trying to debate about what I've seen firm down here. I haven't seen normal.
Yeah.
That was all.
You can do firm. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I really want to roll.
I
Yeah.
know you really want to roll.
Okay. Oh, you
I'm
know.
also okay
Yeah.
with like normal based on how that is and just firm it like here.
Okay.
Normal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
You got it.
Dead on's not too bad, but Kara Brent brings up a good point. It would be hit and roll into the catcher area there. I think if you could roll underneath, Joanne, even if you roll too far, one of those, probably the thrown rock, is buried.
Yeah, and honestly, I think any time in an extra, if you can force your opponent to have to touch the button, that's almost always the play.
Maybe even firmer weight here to have a higher roll. You don't want to go into the side of your back one because then it's wide open.
Little big.
Danielle
firm.
Inglis, final stone for Ontario.
Close. Whoa. Firm.
Shot rock at the moment belongs to Manitoba Cameron. Can't sit right there. Got to roll away. Hang a right. Roll away. How's that? Oh, how do you like these? How do you like that?
That's perfect. That is perfect. At Joanne's point, I don't care who's throwing this. It's a guess. It's a guess at this point in time.
Nice shot. Nice. Good job.
Great line call. It was running, and then all of a sudden it took a jump. He managed that perfectly.
It sounded from the line call it was going to hit it too thin.
Let's make this.
Feels the same.
Kira had that figured out all the way down. She said, we got to roll. Not much real estate left here.
%64% on her draws overall. 63% on her interns. And she needs the button as this is a draw against 3 for the win. Kate Cameron.
Make sure you're team.
Holding.
Gotta be team.
In her 8th appearance.
There goes Brianna, go.
Last year a bronze
T-line.
medalist in
Go.
Calgary.
T-line. Take a
Picked
look.
up Brianna Cullen left.
Yep, keep going, girls. Hard.
Mackenzie Elias, keep going, girls. You got to get it to the button. You need a little piece of the button. You got to get it to the hearts. The drag is on, and it'll come up short. Ontario will steal the win to improve to 5-1. 8-6 is your final. And Cameron will fall to 3-3. Let it get away from her with a steal of a single in 10 and now 3 in the extra. So look at that. Inglis and St. George, top of the table, followed by Einarson. What a comeback it has been for the 4-time Canadian champion. Black, and listen, if they ended up this way and you're tied, Einarson gets the spot because why? She just beat Black. And then on through. Meanwhile, now on the other side, defending champions, Homan have qualified. You got Skirley, Brown, and Sturmey. And now what you do is you go to their head-to-heads to see who would advance. But right down to McCarville, even McCarville, who lost her first 4, it would take a lot of work, but she is alive still. Coming up tonight, 7 p.m., Nancy Martin, in her first skipping appearance at the Scotties, will finish her round robin against Selena Sturmey. 4-2 against 4-3. Alberta against Saskatchewan, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. What a day it's been. It always gets exciting. You hope things don't just fall apart for you. And Nova Scotia drops one as Carey comes back again. Einarson is your winner. Till we talk with you at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for joining us. The Scotties from Thunder Bay on Canada's sports leader, TSN.